podsurvey.com/peasants to complete a short 21-question survey. Participants in the survey will be entered into a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. The survey can be taken multiple times, so feel free to visit back each month for your chance to enter the drawing. Please help support the show by using our Amazon links located in the description anytime you purchase anything from Amazon. It's a great way to support the show while just going about your normal business shopping on Amazon.com. Also, check out our storefront for Drunken Peasants recommended merchandise. Patreon pledges of $5 or more will now receive 2 private shows each month. In addition to the private shows, Patreon pledges of $10 or more will receive the Drunken Peasants post show after each episode of the Drunken Peasants, Ben and Billy's monthly shitty movie review, and regular behind-the-scenes vlogs with Ben and Billy. Sign up anytime to catch the future shows as well as past content. If you want to catch the post shows but you're not a patron, click the join link below this video to become a member of the Drunken Peasants channel. In addition to each post show, you'll also get special badges and emojis that you can use in the Drunken Peasants live chat. Streamlabs will be open for the duration of each episode. Click the link below to send us a message. Donations $20 and above will be read out through text-to-speech and will require our immediate attention. All donations below $20 will be read at the end of each segment. Keep an eye out for our weekly Streamlabs goal, which if we meet, we will do an extra show the following week. If you find any content you'd like to see us cover on the show, send it to drunkenpeasantsinbox at gmail.com. All submissions will be reviewed for possible usage in a future episode. Click the Discord link in our description to join the Drunken Peasants Discord. Interact with other Drunken Peasants fans in text and voice chat, as well as the peasants themselves. Visit the Google Play Store and download the Drunken Peasants app to catch the audio version of the show while you're on the road. In addition to the app, the audio-only version of the show is also available through iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, and other audio platforms. That's all we have for now. Enjoy the show.
Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on you now. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 596.
Suck it!
Yes, and we are back again. This is the bonus show for Saturday. You guys earned it last week. We still have from now until the end of the show to get the remaining 40% to get that bonus show at the beginning, or I'm sorry, at the next week, next Saturday. Sorry, I stumbled over my words there. Yes, we have the guys from Underhaven here with us, Swegta and Animancer.
Hey, what the fuck's up?
Hey, welcome back again.
Dude, we're here to help you guys smash the fuck out of that goal and get the people another fucking show next week. That's what we're here for today.
I'm glad you're here to do that. I'm glad I enlisted a guy that makes nothing but bully videos and a guy who looks like Michael Jackson's zombie from the Thriller video.
I was just gonna say, like, if there's anything that's gonna push that 40%, it's this.
Dude, I think that's the best advertisement for our podcast ever done. Thank you, Ben.
I brought in the big guns for this one. Is that purple Yoda?
Oh my god. All right. Oh, this is going to be a thing now, isn't
Purple
it?
Yoda.
All right, everyone. Yeah. I'm Purple Yoda, guys. Mm-hmm.
Purple Yoda.
I wish I could do a better Yoda impression, though.
Yeah? Can you do one?
Oh, no, not at all. I won't even embarrass myself with doing a
No, I attempt to do it now.
No, we want you to embarrass yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Do it.
It's in the throat. You got to do it.
No.
Come on, you're used to the throat, right?
No, you know what? I'll try doing it if someone donates a certain amount over the course of this show.
Okay.
How much?
I don't know. Like, I think $50 is fair, maybe.
$50 for a fucking Yoda impression?
Yeah, for my shitty Yoda impression, for me to make a fool of myself for all of... It's going to be on the internet forever, Swegta. What the fuck are you expecting, dude? I wasn't prepared for this.
Yeah,
make it
$50. $10? No, man. No.
I mean,
right,
it can't be any worse than getting drunk and admitting you're attracted to Warcorpse, right?
Fuck you.
Isn't that what's...
I would never do that.
I didn't fucking do that. Show me the proof. Show me empirical proof it actually happened.
I don't remember which episode it was. Otherwise, I'd pull it up right now.
Okay, you did like this private show thing for patrons, and I got wasted. And we looked at a midget corpse or corpse midget.
Yeah.
You made some kind of joke about me like being attracted to him. And so I accidentally said like, oh yeah, I'm so attracted to Warcorpse.
Yeah, it was like Freudian.
Freudian
It was
slip.
like textbook Freudian slip.
Yeah.
Freudian, that was me being wasted out of my fucking mind.
I don't
They
know.
both have corpse in their names.
You know,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say.
Well,
You know,
Swegta, you do a fucking show with someone who looks like a corpse. Are you gonna
Yeah.
confuse me with Warcorpse next?
Corpse beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Corpse in
Maybe I
that too,
will.
man.
Billy's not here, obviously. I've explained this to death. He will be
Yeah.
back on Tuesday, but Billy's actually sent me a bunch of content that we all get to watch together right now. Before we do that, though, please like the video. Please check and make sure you're still subscribed. All of our shit out there on social media. Make sure you share this stuff out there to get all the peeps out there involved with this shit tonight to help us reach this fucking goal. And send us your bats. And that's all I'll say right
And
now.
also- Make sure you have the fucking stupid alert bell enabled too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I think it doesn't even notify even with the
Purple
alert
Yoda,
bell
do you
on.
think
It
Bullworth
doesn't,
the
it
school
doesn't.
will be in Bully 2? Answer in a Yoda Impression Animancer.
Yeah, do it. There you go. There you go. Nice.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mr. Boss. Do it.
Fuck. All right, 1 second.
What's he doing?
He's prepping.
Yeah,
I'm doing an
prepping, dude, I'm
impersonation of total silence.
I'm prepping my anus. I'm prepping my anus. All right.
Now he's doing an impression of mundane math's audience.
Yeah, dude, I'm doing
Yeah.
an impression of mundane math. Fuck it.
Okay, so here's the first video that Billy sent me.
Joey. Joey. Is that Yoda? No. Oh, definitely not. Okay.
Oh, look at your happy face.
All right, well, you have to do it now.
So there's that one. I think that's right before he left. And then here's the next one.
Hey guys, Sylvain said he wanted to send a message to Ben.
We got unfinished business.
We got unfinished business, Ben. You and me.
They're cutting a promo on me.
And me.
Him and me.
And we're going straight in. I want both of y'all wearing neck.
How drunk are these guys? Look at Billy's face. What the fuck is that?
And then booze in your face holes.
Oh my God.
And trivia all over your mouths. It's gonna happen. You and him.
Nothing. Listen, trivia's
I
all
don't know,
the fucking
man.
time.
So
I'm
Fane
gonna
gets
put
destroyed in a drinking contest.
Sofane tapped out really early. It wasn't even me that destroyed him. It was his pregnant wife that destroyed him.
Oh,
It
yeah.
made him lose. He was like,
That's
"Fuck
still-
no, I don't want to
that's
make."
still a loss, man.
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck no, I don't want to make her mad. I gotta go."
Listen, I've been thinking about things that wrong with Batman. I'm not having this shit anymore. You look a lot like Batman. Also, I peed a little making that voice.
I'm sorry, Ben. I didn't know they were gonna say
Oh
that.
my God.
Liar.
You're taking a massive dump.
Here's Billy. He was trying to make a video, and you know what? I have to think. I honestly have to thank Spec. And by the way, I don't know if the chat is working. I'm gonna try to get it working. But I have to thank Spec for doing my job for me while Billy's away, which is harass Billy with things that embarrass him. So here's Billy
Someone's
trying to
gotta
make
do
a
it,
video. Billy's trying to make a video to the DP audience, and fucking Spec runs up and gets behind him and photobombs him.
Hey, what's up, Drunken Peasants? I'm sorry I wasn't. What the hell's going on? What the hell?
Cheesecake.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Wow. Dude, Spec, you're a legend, man. You're a fucking
Stop.
legend. I know you're listening to this shit.
Stop! Why?
So there's that.
Oh man, that sweet boy is so distraught, man.
Here's another one. I like this one. This one's really good because this one seems kind of rehearsed. This next one was not rehearsed at all.
Son of a bitch.
So there's that one. I liked. Oh, and this is the epic one that I saw all over Twitter today. There's 2 angles of this. This is the first one. They had a hot dog eating contest to see who could eat a single hot dog the fastest. And I believe Dick Masterson went first, and then this is Billy's follow-up to that. Did you see the look on Dick Masterson's face? Like, what? You're done?
Yeah, dude, no one takes a wiener like Bill Fridge.
By the time he had it all in his mouth, he didn't even have to chew it. It was just gone.
You've seen some of his older videos where he just does like speed eating shit, right?
Yeah. That's why he's good at this shit. And now, like, yeah, I mean, he's keto, so he can only eat 1 hot dog instead of like 50. But yeah, look at Dick Masterson's face. Like, what the fuck? Really? Like, really?
Yeah, dude, I think it takes a lot to fucking throw Dick off, but he's never seen that shit in his life, man. He's like, how the fuck do I get that type of talent?
Last night, Dick Masterson and Mundane Matt came face to face.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
I heard it was awkward at first because Dick snuck up behind Mundane Matt, was like, Dame pesos. Yeah.
That's a Dick thing.
And I guess Maddox almost showed up while Dick was there too.
Oh my god!
So that would
have been a clash. That would have been a fucking clash.
I wish I would have been there. Now I want to point out something in this video, and then you'll also see it in the next video. Do you see the blonde girl in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at how amazed she looks. Look at how fucking amazed she looks.
It's like she's staring into the eye of God or something.
Right. Now watch this video because you get to see her actual reaction to this. Watch it.
Put it all the way up. That's just wonderful. Ready to go?
Watch.
I think this woman's found her new religion, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Is that guy doing a fucking Kamehameha or something?
What? That's Chris Raygun right there.
That's Chris Raygun. That's Chris Raygun.
He's filming something. I think he's filming. Actually, the last video that we just watched, I think that was Chris Raygun's video. And he's filming Dick Masterson's reaction right there.
That explains why it was such a short fucking camera.
Oh, whatever. Are you gonna say you're taller than him?
No, wait. How tall is he? Is he like 5'4"?
Maybe like I don't know. Honestly, he's shorter than me.
5'6", so I'm probably his same height.
He's shorter than me.
Raygun.
He's shorter than me, and I'm not tall at all. So
yeah, probably like 5'6", around my height.
Ooh, I actually got a good one of these. All right. You guys let me know what you think. Troll or not a troll?
All right.
Okay.
I do not feel I have received the correct compensation for the service that I have been providing for you guys because you're telling me these things. For example, seeing penises everywhere when you look into the mountains, do you think a woman did black magic on you because she made you come? Listen up, people. I've been doing service work, channeling, psychic work for 7 years, and for some reason, you've been telling me your sex problems. This is how I process and reflect back to you what you tell me. Are you trying to get revenge on an ex because you revealed your abusive side? Are you hanging out with your daddy and old men all the time?
I don't even know, because it's like I can't follow her fucking train of thought. There's nothing there for me to latch onto and be like, this is real or fake.
Some people are saying troll.
I'm just trying to judge based off her mannerisms.
In your own age? Do you find yourself breaking things in your lover's house because you are having a manic episode? You might be having a sex problem. You tell me wherever possible, online and offline. I know too much. Are you feeling
this
obsessed?
Feels really artificial, but I've seen plenty of YouTubers that actually do shit like this, and they're actually kind of successful. It's weird.
Oh no, I got it. This is for real. She's pink. You can see it there.
Yeah,
Pink alert.
someone 1/4
Yeah.
your age, bleeding out your penis, but still acting mean to girls? Are you shouting out loud at Burning Man how you have herpes? Now,
Okay, come on. Come on.
here it is. I'm giving
yeah,
these stories
I
back
think
to
it's a
you.
troll
Do you think
now.
someone's addicted to you after a sexual experience when they're just being friendly? Got a sex problem? This is 28 pages of the most terrible writing I've done with pictures. This is your stuff.
What? Okay, what?
This is just a bunch of fucking printed out fucking pages stuck together. It's not a real fucking book. Where the fuck
have
does this
breasts.
lady
Does
think
that
that
make
she's
me a
fooling?
sex therapist? My lips are nice shape, but I'm not a prostitute. I'm not a slut. Stop shaming me for telling me what you all tell me. Are you slut
What? Stop shaming me for telling me what you all tell me?
Oh, this
Yeah.
is low-key feminist, dude.
shaming your child because they discovered their private parts? Maybe you have a sex problem. You are spiritual people who need to get out of denial now. You have a sex.
Oh, she's
All
like
right.
trying to make like a, you know, like an analogy here. I see why she said that bleeding penis shit, but what the fuck? I mean, that's really weird.
Troll! I say troll.
I agree, it's a troll.
I beg to differ.
Well, you're outvoted.
Yep, fuck
Didn't you
I fucking hate
realize?
democracy sometimes.
Yes, Swegta, didn't you learn the truth is democratic? The more people that agree on what's true, that makes it true. You didn't know that?
I believe that's argumentum ad populum, Ben.
Yeah. What he said. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you gonna fucking do your Yoda impression, Animancer? Because like some dude paid $50 for it. Just fucking
Yeah, what
do
the
it.
fuck?
Wait, you didn't fucking hear me say that?
No.
Oh, I must have had my fucking mic muted or something.
Oh,
Alright,
dude, I must have had my.
here's my terrible fucking Yoda impression.
Liar! Liar!
Yeah, there it was. There's my Yoda impression. You guys hear it? You didn't fucking hear it?
Really?
Yep.
Time out.
Oh my god. Ben, you have way too much fucking fun with that soundboard sometimes, I swear. I feel
know
like
what you're
G-Man's
talking about.
actually on the show, and that kind of makes me uncomfortable, you know?
I wish he was. He's loads of fun to talk to.
He can be
or-
fun to talk to, but he can also be quite annoying. Remember that one time that he fucking called out me in the chat just because I challenged him to a moderated debate jokingly, and he wanted me to get on the fucking show and talk about it?
I don't remember that, but I'm not surprised. He'll do that with anybody. He's always trying
Yeah.
to get a moderated debate with somebody. He's I mean, that's how he gets attention, and he wins in his own mind. You know? That's like getting your ass kicked in a fight and thinking you won.
Yeah, he's only ever conceded to losing to like one person, right? Thunderfoot, if I recall. Everyone else he thinks he's won against. He thought he won against, like, you know, when you guys had that debate with Cult of Dusty and DP, where it was basically you guys talking to him, like he thought he won that, even though it was like 5 hours of him getting fucked in the ass constantly. I really don't get it.
You don't got no proof.
Yeah, fuck you, G-Man. Yeah, fuck you, G-Man. Fuck you.
Time out.
All right, so I'm going to read some. Did any of the Streamlabs? No, they all pretty much read out loud. Yeah, so I'll read them at the end of the next segment here. All right, so here's DP Action News, and it's a weird news day.
People are discriminating against wolves.
Wow.
They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it!
You know how we always goof on how Trump does his interviews in front of a helicopter?
Yeah.
I found a
Awesome.
slightly older video that actually talks about that and plays all the instances where he's blamed the helicopter for not answering questions.
Oh yeah, you think it's like a fucking tactic?
You're competing with a helicopter, John. Say it. Sorry, you have a helicopter roaring in the background. Go ahead. I don't hear you. You got to talk. See that? You have a helicopter. A little louder helicopter. A lot of noise.
He acts like there's not another place where they could ask him questions that isn't right in front of the helicopter. And
I know, like, there's a million other places that you could do these fucking interviews, like any other fucking politician would, like, you know, maybe in front of a fucking podium, but no, he decides to do it in front of his fucking jet planes. I don't know if it's just to fucking have this excuse.
No, he does the podium thing when it comes to pandering to his own base. That's when he's comfortable
That's
with.
True. Yeah,
getting
because
up
he
on
knows
stage.
he's not going to get dissent there, right?
If he does, he has his angry mob of fans throw them out of whatever venue they're in.
I don't know what, you know, you can't with a helicopter. Sorry. I can't hear you too well, you have a helicopter. I can't hear you. I can't what? Say it again.
I have a helicopter. It's very big. Don't pay attention to it, but I can't hear you. Can you talk up a little bit louder?
You know,
I think
the other
he's just
day,
doing this shit to show off.
the other day, I got a bunch of random comments on a recent video where we were making fun of Trump, and they were like, "You guys used to support Trump. You told people to vote for him. Dusty was right."
What?
Yeah.
When?
Yeah. Well, this just recently started happening because I guess Dusty made a video.
I'm asking, like, when the fuck did DP ever do that? Because I don't recall it
like
ever
episode
happening.
315 or something.
It's-
It was quite a while ago.
Well, yeah, but none of the four of us told anybody to vote either way.
No, nobody said that on the panel. Yeah.
Yeah.
None of
No,
us
the closest
voted.
thing is, like, you know, one person had a bet, but that was it.
None of us personally endorse Trump. None of us voted for him. Some of us didn't even vote at all. I voted for Jill Stein, which was an even more left candidate than Bernie and Hillary.
I voted for Jill too.
Yeah, so yeah, there's a false narrative being pushed to stir up drama right now. So
there
old
always
things,
is. The
old
media.
Hold on. Old things are being dredged up. Like old videos are being dredged up to try and distort what actually happened. So we get comments from people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, being like, "Ha, you make fun of Trump now. You used to tell people to vote for him." It's like, no, we never liked Trump. I mean, if he did something I agreed with, I'm not going to be a fucking moron and pretend like everything Trump has ever done is wrong, because that's dumb.
Well, here's how, like, when people get into a very tribalist mentality, they'll start to group people that they don't like all together and assume that their beliefs are all the same. So because some people perceive Drunken Peasants around that time as being part of the quote-unquote skeptic community, because a lot of fucking skeptics actually were advocating for Trump and shit, they take that to mean, oh, you guys must have been advocating for this back then too. It's like no one actually fucking advocated for that. Not once.
No, nobody.
If anything,
advocated
the
for
most
Trump.
that you could say is that there was some skepticism, you know? People didn't want to crucify the guy before he was in fucking office, and I don't think that that's a bad thing. I mean, you gotta let someone fucking prove that they're an asshole before actually fucking judging them for it, right?
I waited until there was something to actually complain about, but I was pretty sure he was going to be a fucking horrible president.
Same here. Me too.
I mean, I already, he's already done a lot of the things I had anticipated he would. Some things surprised me even like way past what I thought he would actually be capable of. But I'm not going to pretend like he's just totally wrong no matter what he does. So,
yeah, let's face it, back in 2016, especially when the elections were ramping up and the discussion was big, that's when, like, people didn't expect Trump to actually get into office, right? Even when he was the fucking Republican candidate, most people didn't expect Trump to even have a chance. So, yeah, It was a different fucking time. People should just get over it and have a discussion about the current political climate before going back 5 years and trying to one-up people on opinions they used to have.
right, but that's not even the case here. Like, that's not like we're being portrayed as people who had opinions that we didn't actually have.
It's a straw man. It's a straw man. Completely.
Right, but the funny thing is that all of our stuff is out there on video, so someone could, if it existed, easily find the quote where we said, go vote for Trump. I mean, I don't remember everything, everyone's ever said, but it would have to be taken out of context. It would have to be like, if you like Trump, vote for him.
Just like how you said it now. They have like a second of that.
Right. Or if we were like, oh, you like Trump? Go ahead and vote for him or whatever,
Yeah, there you go. They've got two now.
Yeah. I don't give a shit.
I think you should just move the entire DP studio in front of a helicopter so that way if anyone says anything like that, you can just be like, what? I didn't hear what you were saying.
I can't hear your question.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. 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 I don't hear you. I don't hear you. You gotta talk louder. I can't hear you. You have to speak up, though. You have a helicopter raging back. For all the people that...
Oh, yeah, this is when he makes sure to point out to everyone, it's not that my hearing is bad. I have great hearing, but it's the helicopter. Yep.
Don't know why. My hearing is great, but you have a helicopter that's raging back there.
Oh, yeah? Well, sounds like your fucking hearing isn't really that great because you can't hear over a helicopter. If your hearing was that great, the helicopter wouldn't even matter.
Dude, the worst Trump's fucking hearing gets, the bigger fucking excuses and the more noise he's gonna make to fucking justify it. Like, he's gonna have entire fucking mariachi bands in the background.
Eventually, they're gonna have like Slayer playing in the background and shit.
Yeah, dude. Anything to cover that shit up.
Over the last couple of months, I decided I'll do a lot. We'll stop at the helicopter. We'll do this. We'll do a lot of. And then they say, "Why is he doing so many press conferences? What's wrong? What?" So when I don't do them, you say, "What's wrong?" When I do them, you say, "What's wrong?"
You said "do."
And when I go in the middle, you say, "What's wrong?"
Do you remember Ronald Reagan? It always what? I can't hear you.
How do you go in the middle?
I always thought.
What's that?
What the fuck is he talking about? Like going in the middle between not doing something and doing something.
I know, right?
He's all over the fucking place.
What, is he a centrist on taking action? What the fuck is that?
I'm gonna go for a walk later, but I'm not gonna do it. Maybe I'll do it like in the middle of that, somewhere in between.
He's trying to express a damned if I do, damned if I don't feeling, but he's too dumb to just say that. Yeah.
I mean, that would be true, but the way he's phrasing it, like you said, is completely fucking retarded.
He was hard of hearing. He wasn't. That's the problem.
No, it's that guy.
Does it ever bother you guys that like this is your president? Like you're fired. That's your fucking president now.
Yeah. You know what though? The sad thing is that I don't think he's going to lose, at least with what we have so far. And I don't I don't see anyone that's currently running having a chance of winning against him.
No.
And on top of that, we have this weird myth in our country. It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy that you shouldn't vote for a third party because it's like wasting your vote. Well, the reason why it's like wasting your vote is because everyone believes that, so no one votes for a third party. It's
an ongoing cycle.
People have this idea that I'm gonna vote for the winner. If people have that idea too.
That too. It's tribalism. It's my team won. My team won.
Yeah, they want to be the ones celebrating on election night, even if it means compromising their fucking morals.
It's not even that so much. It's they want to tell people they were right. It's that. Yeah. It's that plain and simple. People want to play for the winning team, but they have to pick a team. It's tribalism. Most people are just fucking followers too.
Happy birthday to Dusty's owner.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dusty's owner. You're a creepy fuck that farts on people in public.
Happy birthday, Dusty's owner. You want me to rap?
No.
Oh my god, no.
By the way, I've been looking at the chat. People still want that Yoda shit, but I'll say this: he did it. You just couldn't hear it because of the helicopter in the background.
Yeah, there was a helicopter. Fuck you, Swegta. I was gonna fucking say that. God damn it. Right, I'm gonna have to grab the fucking hose before the next episode, Swegta. You're getting fucking hosed down, man.
I like hose.
In different area
Honestly,
codes.
though, just to comment on the Trump thing real fast, I do think that some of the Democratic candidates have a chance, considering how narrowly Trump won, and considering the fact that so many people just didn't vote because they thought Hillary was going to win. So I think he actually does have kind of an uphill battle this time, but we'll see.
So I have a bunch of stories that all happen to be about the same police officer, and they spread over a period of a few years. This is a big one here because the city had to pay $825,000 because the cops pulled this guy over thinking he was drunk, but he was having a diabetic seizure. He couldn't talk. They thought he was resisting, so they beat the shit out of him, tased him, and pepper sprayed him. But the guy was having a medical emergency. But like
even if he was wasted, does it really like warrant beating the shit out of him?
This cop has a fucking serious history of this kind of shit. and you'll see in a second here, like the types of decisions he makes. Because two of his bad decisions that cost the city he worked for hundreds of thousands of dollars are both on video. So here we'll play the video on this one first. Take this down.
Man, what a piece of shit.
A driver in Commerce City is tasered, beaten, and pepper sprayed by police. They thought he was drunk, but he wasn't. He was in diabetic shock. CBS 4 investigator...
Walking while diabetic.
They had to fucking pay him $825,000.
Brian Moss reports this tragic mistake is costing that city more than $800,000.
Carl Liedholm says he can't remember
needed
these.
medical attention, and their fucking instinct was to arrest him. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, here's the thing too. Like, even if he was belligerent, like, there's no need for tasing, pepper spraying, and slamming somebody to the pavement. You do one of those three things, and you should be good.
Especially if someone doesn't appear to be violent, just come up to them and address them. You know?
Now look at him; he's a monster.
From 2014.
At some point along the way, things started to get black.
When a run-in with Commerce City police left him battered.
My face looked like I'd been dragged by a chain behind a vehicle on the asphalt.
The 41-year-old father, who has type 1 diabetes, left work that afternoon feeling poorly. As he drove, it got worse, and he now believes he went into insulin shock. According to Commerce City police reports, witnesses saw him weaving, driving into oncoming traffic and into a ditch.
I'm not sure the exact mileage.
This is him. This is the cop.
The lead officer, Chris Dickey.
Chris Dickey, remember that name?
Dickey.
Yeah, it's a very appropriate name.
Said all signs pointed to one conclusion.
And you thought this was a drunk driving incident? Yes.
How much had you had to drink before that incident?
Nothing. I've never had a drink of alcohol in my life.
By their own account,
that's hilarious.
When police finally got Liedholm's truck stopped, he was forcibly removed, thrown to the pavement where he curled up in a fetal position. Unaware of his medical condition, when Liedholm did not obey commands, officers hit him with batons.
See, yeah, dude, just because they don't obey, you should not be able to strike them. Like, put them in like a hold so you can handcuff them or whatever, but you shouldn't be allowed to like forcibly strike them like that.
Or how about this? Like, use the breathalyzer. Like, make him exhale into that thing that they use to diagnose like how much alcohol you have in your body.
But they never fucking thought to do that.
And here's the thing, like, you know, he arrived at one conclusion. I mean, like, he could have had a heart attack for all you fucking know.
You know, and you're about to see in these other stories that we look at too that this cop has no deductive reasoning skills whatsoever. He just picks whatever he wants and he runs with that.
Tasered him 5 times.
5 times.
Pepper sprayed him in the eyes.
I'm coming out of this saying that I'm diabetic. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. And they're telling me that's a load of shit. F you. You're not diabetic. If you were diabetic, you wouldn't be fighting us.
I'm glad this
Paramedics
guy, ended
arrived.
up getting fucking compensated for all this bullshit that happened to him. But, you know, there's going to be a case like this one day where the guy ends up just fucking dying because they were in diabetic shock. And with all that fucking shit like tasing applied to them, I'm sure.
One day, it probably happens like annually at this point.
I mean,
it does probably happen.
There was a case in my hometown years ago.
You tell Dusty that he is a really ugly and disgusting bird. Also, Swegta, do you have Asperger's?
Swegta. Okay, I love the first part of that. Okay, Dusty, you are fucking hideous. I hate you. I like your owner because he actually financially incentivizes me, but you as a bird, you're just fucking vile.
I think it's a cute.
That's terrible.
Reprehensible. Any other word that comes to mind that equates to that, but you are that.
There was an instance in my hometown when I still lived there, which was a long time ago, where they like strapped this guy down to a table at a jail and tased him until he died. So this kind of stuff happens all the time, and it's been happening. It's just now because of things like body cams and stuff, it's harder for them to hide the evidence and lie for one another. There's more accountability now.
Captain said his blood sugar was about 1/3 of what's normal.
You know what I do kind of find weird? is just how, like, I just find it weird that they plaster these types of pictures up on the news so much. Like, you know, of people just being, like, bruised up and shit like that. Like, you can tell me the story without having to, you know, show the graphic imagery. I know it's not that
but that's what the
graphic.
news is about. The news is about sensationalism. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, do you know how many fucking times they showed the Twin Towers collapse over and over and over and over and over again for
I'm sure hundreds of
3
thousands of
weeks?
times.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was wall-to-wall coverage over and over and over and over again for several weeks following the attack, which is a horrible, gruesome thing to watch when you know
they
there's...
still cover it, too. They do, like, you know, the anniversary of 9/11 and stuff, and they, you know, replay it like, this happened 10 years ago. There's remember
hundreds
it.
of people... There's hundreds of people in those buildings burning to death, jumping from the building, getting crushed to death. They showed that shit all the time because they know it's kind of like a car wreck on the freeway. You know it might look terrible, but you can't look away, and it actually slows down traffic just because people want to slow down and look at it. So yeah, that's what I mean. This isn't even that bad. I mean, he's got some bruises, but it's not like he's mutilated.
I'm just saying. I've seen worse instances of this, and not this case is particularly bad, but just in general. But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it's just for them to try and fucking cash it and get emotions out of people so that they fucking tune in next time. It's really sad. But
right, it's a TV show just like any other TV show.
He had not been drinking. Liedholm's lawyer says what happened here clearly highlights one thing.
I don't think any of them had adequate training on how to...
The cop in question should be in jail. Just because of this alone, but wait till you see all the other stuff.
Recognize these signs of, in this specific instance, the diabetes.
There's 2 more stories of this cop fucking with people.
I just want to say, like, this has fuck all to do with adequate training. This is just like a total scumfuck of a human being beating the shit out of an innocent civilian for appearing to be, you know, intoxicated when he's not. Could have easily inferred something else from just like talking to the guy.
If anything, it's inadequate screening for this job. There should be more of a mental health evaluation for these types of people to see what types of decisions they make in certain situations.
Yeah. When you're an officer and your first instinct is to fucking use violence against someone before even speaking to them, yeah, you have a fucking problem and shouldn't be on.
Like I said, even if he was wasted, I mean, like tasing him 5 fucking times, throwing him to the curb, and pepper spraying him in the eyes. I mean, does anything warrant this kind of thing?
Only if he was actually assaulting them. Like
if he came after them with like a chainsaw, I could fucking get it.
Or even like a knife or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. But if he just appears to be just drunk in his vehicle, I mean, like that's not a threat. That's nothing.
They see this cop from the 3 instances I looked at today seems to like literally take it personally when people don't comply with his orders. It seems that he gets personally offended, and that's where he takes it out on them. So yeah, we'll watch a little more of this, and then we'll move on to the next part of this.
Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
In this deposition, Officer Dickey described what was done to Liedholm, including using his baton.
So how far back did you reach before you struck him in the leg with it?
Probably just above my head.
Did you swing it as hard as you could from that distance?
Yes.
Ha! What a dick! I mean, I mean, he has to be honest there. He's going to go to fucking prison. If he lies there, he's going to go to prison. So, you know.
The officer was asked if they had simply questioned Liedholm immediately. Could this all have been avoided?
There is a possibility that information could have been obtained at the beach.
See, now he's saying, yeah, there is a possibility we could have talked about it first, and then we wouldn't have had to beat his ass.
Oh, yeah, you say that now, asshole.
Now, Commerce City will pay $825,000 and avoid going to trial.
For half a dozen officers to treat me that way, it's beyond my belief to understand why they would need to use such force.
I'm Brian Moss, covering Colorado First.
Commerce City tells us it decided to settle the case to avoid a trial and a potential appeal. It says it does have insurance that will cover nearly the entire settlement amount.
Well, lucky for them.
Yeah,
lucky for them. Here's another one. Mother of veteran killed by Elbert County deputies sues, claims son was suffering from PTSD and seeking help.
So this was 1 year later, and this is the same fucking guy.
Yeah, it says right here, the mother of a man killed by Elbert County Sheriff's deputies is suing the agency as well as one of the deputies' former employers, claiming her son was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder and shouldn't have died. Christopher Power, 46 years old, was killed on April 12, 2018 after calling the police to report he was being watched, and then in a second call that he had been robbed. Power served as a Green Beret in the U.S. Army Special Forces, and his PTSD caused delusions, according to the lawsuit filed by Sherry Power. Let's see. Let's get to the part where okay, here he goes. Deputies found Power lying in a field. Power did not put his hands up as deputies instructed. The deputies then kicked him and attempted to arrest him. They picked up a handgun that had been laying near Power's feet. As Power continued to resist arrest, Deputy Chris Dickey used his taser on Power's legs and back, and another deputy struck Power in the head, rendering Power unconscious. Power was pronounced dead at the hospital about 45 minutes later. A coroner's report found that the death was caused in part by the taser shocks, as well as heart disease and a toxic level of amphetamines. So yeah,
so not only did they keep this guy on the force, but he was allowed to do this type of shit again.
Yeah.
And again, apparently.
Yeah, I have another video.
Another one. Is that fucking a newer one? Is that the newest one? Or is this just another?
You'll see. So here's a few examples. In 2013, Dickey struck a man in the neck with his baton while the man was standing with his hands on his truck. According to the lawsuit, the man almost lost consciousness.
Oh man, what a guy.
No, not almost. He lost consciousness.
Oh, but by the way, so the one we watched earlier was when Chris Dickey worked for the Commerce City Police Department, but in this story, he's actually working as a county sheriff's deputy. He moved.
Are you fucking serious? He got a promotion?
Well, not a promotion, but he moved to like a different, because like, okay, the police usually work for the city, but sheriff's departments work for the county, and the sheriff is elected locally, and then he hires deputies. He or she hires deputies. So Dickey went from the city police department after this shit happened, and he caused the police department to lose about $1 million due to lawsuits. Then he moved on and started doing this shit for the Elbert County Sheriff's Department.
Couldn't even learn his fucking lesson. You know what else I find quite weird?
Even like occurred to anyone at that department to like Google his name and just like see what he's been up to.
Well, they do background checks. They hired him knowing what he's done. He didn't even leave the state. He's in Colorado, the same place he was in before. Yeah, see here, right here at the bottom.
There was fucking the insurance covered that shit. Why the fuck wouldn't why the fuck would insurance cover something like that? Like, either you could get like a policy where that's fucking something that's covered. Fucking your officers abusing people. That doesn't seem like something that should be covered by insurance.
But there's no systemic problem here. It's just like a few bad apples.
Oh yeah, totally. Even though they have fucking preventative measures for when people do this type of fucking bullshit. Oh, there's nothing to be worried about here, right?
Yeah, just send him on like a vacation to fucking Disneyland, and then he'll be back.
Yep, he'll be back a better man. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it says here at the bottom. Hold on. Here at the bottom, it says that the Denver Post investigation in 2015 found that Colorado's laws and police discipline system allows for officers to move from department to department after trouble. So that's what he did. It's like it's kind of like how Catholic priests move like molester priests, or like the Catholic Church moves molester priests around when they get in trouble to put them in a new place where people don't know.
Cover it up. Yeah, and hope that they don't do it again, but inevitably they fucking do, and then they just ship them off somewhere else, and the cycle continues over and over again, and nothing ever gets fixed. The only thing that changes is that there's more fucking victims made. And some of those people might not live to get a fucking lawsuit that'll actually get them in a better condition at the end of the day. Some people don't have that privilege. Some people fucking die. There's nothing to do for them except a fucking burial.
All right, so here's the last one, and I'm saving this one for last because this one is actually hilarious. But this isn't the most recent one. The one we were just looking at is the most recent one. This is after the first. This is the middle one, basically. I should say.
Dude, he better not have fucked with that dog.
No. Dude, Animancer, listen, buddy. Listen, relax. Listen, and you'll figure out what happens, dude. You will. All right, here it is. Damn it, I lost my place now. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is Officer Dickey when he still worked for Commerce City. Yeah. This is him going to an anti-police protest. This is his body cam that we're watching here.
I'm sure it was charming.
I didn't get the memo on it. No. I thought I would have gotten like a calendar invite or something.
Well, it's every day.
Would you mind just lowering that for me?
No. Fuck this monkey.
Would you mind lowering it for me? I don't want it used as a weapon against me, okay?
I'm not going to use it as a weapon.
Would you please lower it down for me?
What? Are you kidding me?
Gentlemen, we need to talk for a minute, okay? Here's the thing.
Yeah, I love it. I love it when cops act so fucking sensitive. They do that so they have an excuse to use more lethal force against you. So they go, oh, that piece of wood, I'm afraid of that. Like the one guy had like a trash grabber in the one video. He was like, you got a weapon!
Picking up litter outside of his apartment complex.
Yeah. It's so fucking ridiculous. Threatened. It's like you got a taser, you got a taser, a baton, pepper spray, and a gun, and you're afraid of a guy holding a sign.
Yeah, speaking of his equipment, even with a body cam, he still gets up to shit like this.
Right. He should be fired.
Yes, you are.
He should be arrested.
Trespassing. You have been asked to leave the property. Okay. Right now, you are trespassing. Perfectly. Awesome. I totally appreciate that.
This is public property.
Actually, this is private property that you're on.
Oh, just wait till he says who owns the property. This is fucking hilarious.
It is.
Who owns it?
The Adams County government.
Oh.
So
a private estate.
Yeah, it's private property owned by the public government. But I love this guy's reaction to this. This is great.
The Adams County government. Oh, I forgot about his name. Didn't he run for president? No, he's not a person. It's the public. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
I love that guy.
I love this guy. You should fucking get him on your show, honestly, if you can.
Come on here immediately.
Yeah, do it.
Oh my god, dude, this guy did what everyone wanted to fucking do right now. Just went up to this guy and fucking yelled in his face the fucking truth that needed to be told. It won't get through his fucking thick skull, but at least someone said it. It gives me a little bit of comfort.
Yeah, but now Dickie feels threatened because somebody raised the voice.
Little Dickie, man. That's what people should start calling him, Little Dickie.
Yeah, check.
I think the name of a rapper.
There's a few other amazing things in this video. You'll see a guy run so fucking fast in this video. Just wait.
Sir?
No justice, no peace. Fuck police.
Keep an eye out all the way around, please. You've been asked to leave the property.
Yeah.
You are now committing trespassing. Okay? That's all we're asking you to do is to leave the property.
I need your card.
I will give you my information when we're
done.
done.
In the new Sonic.
No, you're
okay.
now.
No, I will give it to you when we're done.
Before you take any
it's
action.
It's Officer Dickey, right here. Badge number 2905. Okay.
So,
I think this guy's just insecure because literally whenever he brings up his name, people have to giggle a little bit. I mean, I can't help but giggle every time I hear it. I don't know about you guys.
Why are you removing
Officer
me from
Dickey.
public property? No, it's Mr. Dickey.
I'm removing you from private property because you were asked to leave
Maybe that's
this
why he's
property.
such a piece of shit, because his name is Dickey.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I think some types of people who were bullied become cops, and then some people who were bullies become cops. So
yes.
Do you see any post-its?
And oftentimes many bullies are also bullied by people who are stronger than them. So you never know.
This is a building open to the public. It is open to the public right now. Consent to the sidewalk.
That's what happens when you have shit social skills like this guy.
No justice, no peace.
Gentlemen, I need your ID, please, so I can write you a summons.
What?
You will be willing to write me a summons?
Yes.
For what?
Outstanding.
Yeah, for what?
I need your ID also, please, sir. Okay, I'm going to place you under arrest.
Free speech.
So he asked this other guy, I need your ID. And he's like, I'm not going to give it to you. And the guy's like, well, I'm going to arrest you then. Watch this fucking dude run. It is so impressive.
You're not placing me under arrest. You have no right to ask for anything.
Come here.
First, the cop falls.
Oh my God, he is Naruto running.
All right, taser.
Look at him. Watch this dude go.
Oh, you piece of shit.
So he's already trying to tase him already.
The guy he's chasing kind of looks like Maddox.
Oh, man,
a little bit.
another attempt to
Got it.
chase him. You know this is the only guy this guy does a job.
Go.
Yeah, this is what a public servant looks like, chasing people around with a fucking taser because they had a flag he didn't like.
He fucking loves that taser too, man. He uses it all the time. And at this point, he's already cost the city $800,000 for beating up and tasing someone else. But he's still so quick to do it.
Like,
Here comes another guy.
Shit, so might as well get away with it again.
This guy tries to tase him too. They both miss him. Oh, here's the best part right here. Here's the best fucking part. Just wait.
He is under arrest. He's under.
All right, so they run up and there are these other cops. I think this cop that's walking towards him outranks him. Now check this out. This is fucking great. This is fucking great.
Arrest.
Oh, this is like a little kid getting caught doing something he shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. You really got to listen to what he says here. This is great.
He's under arrest.
Okay.
For what?
For trespassing.
So the first thing he says is, for what?
And for disorderly conduct.
On public property, dipshit! What the fuck is wrong with you?
When he
The other guy in the background's like, fuck you, dipshit!
he's in front of the business, yelling "fuck everybody."
That's not public property.
What, does that hurt your
He's like,
feelings?
it's public. He's saying that, yeah, that's public property.
Freedom of speech.
You wanna know why?
Freedom of speech.
Because cops like you keep fucking.
Yeah, it's funny.
The cops should know.
The funniest part about this is it's their protest about how the cops in their town are assholes and they ruin the reputation of good cops. Because I looked up this organization and what they stand for.
Yeah, this is just like banning all those conspiracy theorists on YouTube who think that the Illuminati is behind everything and trying to silence independent thought. You know what I mean?
It just feeds their narrative, even if they're right or wrong. It's just kind of like, it just proves their point, kind of.
Yeah. And he refused to give me his ID, which he's required to do.
For what?
So I could issue him a citation for trespassing.
Wile Coyote?
Trespass.
He said it's not trespassing.
They kicked him out of the property.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
See, he's turning off. What he's doing right now is he's muting his body cam. That's why he's touching it right now. The sound's about to die.
Okay, they should not have the ability to do that.
I agree. See, See, it sounds dead now.
Oh, fuck off.
Yep. So
well,
that's
hopefully
where it
the
ends.
other cop doesn't do that. Although I don't know if I see a body cam on him.
I don't trust that guy's mustache.
He's the only sensible one in here. Maybe you don't trust yourself with it.
Yeah.
Or maybe don't trust people who preclude any evidence from being made when they get up to shit or like try to detain citizens. I don't know. It just kind of paints a bad picture in my mind of what they're trying to do.
I'm glad to finally see this guy get a little bit of comeuppance, especially from a fucking fellow officer. But like, I won't be happy until he's off the fucking workforce. This is ridiculous.
He should be in jail. He's killed people.
Yeah.
He's used excessive
That's called
force.
Murder.
It's at least manslaughter. They'd have to prove that he intended to kill him for it to be murder, but you never know. Let's see here. So, guys, next week, Billy will be back, and the bonus show will have Billy in it. So, we need to deliver this show. I'm willing to bargain.
Oh, my God.
I'm willing to bargain to get this done. What do I need to do?
What do you guys want Ben to do? What's your request of Ben? He'll make your dreams come true.
Your wish is Ben's command.
Unless it's not against, YouTube TOS and shit like that. We can't, we can't do a strip party, unfortunately. Do a dab, someone says?
We'll figure it out. I'm not totally worried yet, but we still have 30% to go. It's 10% less than when we started.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like we said, nothing perverted at all.
Yeah, nothing perverted that would get us taken off YouTube, but otherwise, send your suggestions.
So violence is on the table then.
Yeah. No. Oh my God.
No.
Well, no, that'd get you taken off YouTube.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
against community guidelines.
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah, sure. I'll activate 9/11 mode. There you go. You happy? 9/11 mode.
I'll take a fucking hit for every donation. I've got a joint right here, so.
To me, that's like normal, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, well, I'm fucking hard up on weed right now, so to me, that's a generous donation. Hello. I love when a new guest sees this intro for the first time. I just love getting their fucking reaction.
Oh yeah, PT Ham coming through!
Hey, fuck yeah, dude.
Now we're 83%. 83%.
Dude, I love you.
All hail PT Ham. That's all I have to say.
Pretty great.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
You know, I noticed
He's
this
awesome.
article earlier. I forgot to read it, but they talk about VidCon and how it's great. But also, did you know there's all this terrible shit about YouTube too? Like they let pedophiles leave comments on their videos.
Oh my God, this shit again.
Yeah, because there's obviously like a way to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, what it is it's, hi everybody, this is the good old mainstream media. Just reminding you, YouTube helps white nationalists and pedophiles.
Yeah, don't listen to that alternative media, guys. Stick with us. We don't have any of those here. As they sweep them under the fucking rug.
The mainstream media is bereft from any sexual predators.
Yeah.
Massage.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a headline generated to try and get people's clicks and interest. If you actually read the substance of the article, I'm sure that's just a bunch of fucking bullshit that doesn't really amount to what the title is saying, other than just claims and no actual evidence.
I just got 2 9/11s, so I'm going to go grab a bottle really quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right.
Swegta, we gotta start. You know what? If you guys say something in the patron chat, I'll fucking read it. I'll fucking read it.
Read it in a Yoda's voice.
No, not in a Yoda voice, because I have a helicopter behind me.
Somebody
no,
paid $50. Come on, just do it one time, please.
I've got a helicopter behind me, man. I've got a
Fuck
fucking
you. There's no helicopter. Just do it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there you go. Is that Yoda? Read that in Yoda's voice.
Is that Yoda? There you go. There's my
God, that was like Egghead. What the fuck?
I know, that was... Dude, honestly, I was doing my impression of Egghead's impression of Yoda. That's what I was doing. Because, like, dude, the most recent impression I have of Yoda in my head is just Egghead doing it in the Discord. You could do better? I told you it was going to be shit. I was going to try and make it even shittier.
There you go. That's $50 right out the window.
You're a depressed skeleton calling me out. Well, hello there.
You saw it happen live.
Yeah, you saw it happen live. You want me to fight you? All right.
Be right back. Gotta get a glass. I just realized I don't have one.
All right. We'll get into a brawl, skeleton. Well, we'll see who the best skeleton guy is. You and I we'll get into fisticuffs. You know, we'll do an Andy Worski versus Tonkasoff style fight, except it'll actually fucking happen. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll happen live.
Yeah,
on Celebrity Deathmatch.
Dude, I think it would be kind of uneventful for two skeletons to fight, though, because as soon as one of us hits a punch, we're just going to fall apart, and we're going to have to be reassembled, so... I don't know, man.
You see, this is fucking lame.
What? What? Me pretending to be a skeleton in character? I mean, well, Ghastly does it, and everyone loves him. So.
I guess I'll respond to the Asperger's question, because somebody paid money for that.
All right.
I have not been diagnosed. I was actually gonna get like diagnosed with like ADD or something, but I never completed the diagnosis. So I don't know. I have like certain signs of that, but I've never been diagnosed, and I don't really have like anything. Yeah.
Holy fuck! How many of them are there now? Let me count them.
So I believe that's 3. I believe that's 3 in total. Not since you left. One more since you left. So 3 in total.
Since you've been gone.
Yeah, 4 total.
Right. Oh, 4 total. Okay. Damn.
Yeah, 4 altogether. So I'm gonna bust out these 4. I'm gonna let you guys just speak up when you want me to pause it. Here it is.
And it's everyone's favorite.
Why doesn't he cut his fucking grass?
It's nobody's favorite. Wait, he doesn't cut his lawn? I don't know, dude. I guess it just shows how
Welcome
nasty and
to the
relaxed.
jungle. That's why.
He's too drunk to do it.
God.
Dude, he could be cutting his lawn right now, but he's too busy fucking sipping on whiskey and fucking smoking cigars trying to look classy.
A big brown dick, as Carlin called it.
Yeah. Oh my god. Look at this peak of masculinity right here. Let's just soak in this image while Ben does those shots for the fans.
Yeah. Keep in mind, like, this guy has called people soy boys many times over.
He has.
Yeah, this is the peak of masculinity.
Dude, this guy learned everything about being classy from fucking Oxhorn, I swear to God.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Dude, have you seen the look on Ben's face?
Girl.
Just,
It wouldn't shock me if her mom was still making her lunch before she goes to her big important job in the government.
He's talking about AOC. Talking about how he thinks her mom packs her lunch.
He's got like a hate boner for AOC. Like
The
anything
majority
she
of this
says
video-
or does, he's like, oh my god, can you believe what she did now?
The majority of this video is just him trying to shit on POC and make, like, straw man against her. Like, listen, some of the shit that he says is really easy to pick apart. That's why I chose this one.
Let's see what he says then.
And that's AOC. She recently had an interview where she said the Democrats...
Yeah, okay, Chad. I thought I heard that. I just wasn't going to bring it up. But yeah, Animancer called her POC. Point of contact. Yeah, you did.
I did? Oh
yeah,
my
you
god.
called her POC.
That's a Freudian slip right there.
Or person of color. I guess that's
have
another
a
one.
real risk
That's what I was-
of losing the election. And that's actually true. Pretty much, I can almost guarantee you Trump's getting in 2020. Whether you like him or not, he's going to win. But she started to say...
Yeah, Fit, you're right. He looks like the fat father of Steven Universe. He totally fucking does. Oh
that
my
we
god.
have a duty to impeach. Let's leave aside that she doesn't know economics despite her degree in economics. Let's leave aside the fact that...
Oh, wait. Did you hear that? He said, let's put aside her knowledge of economics despite the fact she has a fucking degree in it. So this fucking neckbeard on the internet thinks that he knows more about economics than AOC, who actually fucking went to school for it?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
That's
thinks
ridiculous.
That. Yeah.
Makes insane...
Dude's just a fat guy in a fucking lawn chair, just fucking spouting shit out on fucking YouTube. He doesn't know jack shit. He just has a fucking layman opinion, which is fine. He has the right to give his opinion, but to say that he knows more than someone who's actually studied it, I guess it's
let's set aside this person's qualifications to talk about the thing they're talking about.
I love that. I love how he
I mean, it's like
says, let's just ignore this person's
it's no
qualifications
different than fucking Ken Ham's retarded ass debating Bill Nye, who actually has, education in science, but trying to tell him he's wrong about science, that he knows more about it than him.
Oh no, dude. There's Christian scientists though, so he's alright.
Christian science. The funny thing about Christian scientists is like their primary, like the religion Christian Science just like rejects modern medicine for the most part.
Wow.
Very strange.
That's fucking crazy. So what actually do they embrace then? Do you know anything about the fucking tenets of what those people believe?
Well,
I've never heard of it until now.
Christian Science rejects basically modern medicine. They believe in like healing through prayer. And I even
that's what they're all about?
I even at one time lived not too far away from a Christian Science version of like a hospice facility where dying people go to be cared for on their way out.
God.
But yeah, like parents who practice Christian Science have, gotten in trouble for their kids dying and stuff for not getting them
probably a lot of
medical.
anti-vax.
You don't say.
That's kind of the reason why Jim Henson died at such a young age, because his parents were Christian Scientists, so he was kind of taught not to go to the doctor when you're sick. And then he died of kind of like a bad flu in his late 40s. I think it was late 40s.
Ah, fuck that, man.
Because he just didn't... By the time he went to the hospital, he was already about to die, and he died like less than a day after going to the hospital. So it's
it's almost like neglecting modern medicine has like this negative effect on your immune system or something.
Right.
And like the
With all the bad shit out there in the world these days, we need modern fucking medicine to get us by. I mean, with all the shit we eat.
We shouldn't never question it though. We should like doctors do overprescribe antibiotics and taking too much antibiotics defeats the purpose of having antibiotics eventually. So that sort of thing.
There's fucking tons of issues in the fucking medical field. Trust me. But you know, more often than not.
A lot of that has to do with it being a for-profit industry, though. Most of the issues, doctors working for drug companies, you know, because drug companies are also for profit, but they need prescriptions to be profitable.
It's the same type of corrupt bullshit that actually goes on in the fucking, you know, with the fucking police and shit like that and law enforcement. I mean, it's just backwards ass fucking shit. People making deals behind the scenes, just like our politicians do. Like anything that any industry that makes big ass money in America, you can be guaranteed that there's going to be shit like this. Even smaller ones to some extent.
And let's just leave aside her numerous gaffes. The fact that she doesn't even know how impeachment works. And I'm even going to leave aside the fact that she thinks that the House of Representatives is a branch of government. Video, buddy. It's not.
Oh, yeah.
It's one part of one branch.
I thought I had him on the show for a second. Fuck.
But to not even know, not even to do a Wikipedia search on her phone for how impeachment works.
I hate when this guy acts like he's a big, profound intellectual or something like that, making the statements that just need to be heard. Like, what was his fucking channel description originally, Swegta? Do you remember what it was? Just an ordinary guy putting out ordinary opinions in an everyday world or something like that.
Waging a war on everything stupid. I think that was part of
it. Wow.
Didn't he have a cooking channel, too?
Yeah, Dave.
He does. One of my favorite videos from that one, at least like the one I can remember out of all of them, is he got like pissed off because he got into like an argument with some feminists on Twitter. So he's like, you know, here's like the equal pay cake, and here's, you know, there's also one he did about a minimum wage. He made a burger, and he's like, look how easy it is. You know, these people they want higher wages.
Oh
Fuck
my
them.
God. He brought
it's on there.
Politics into that channel too. What the fuck?
They don't want higher wage. Okay, first of all, the amount of money you get paid does not have anything to do with how difficult the job is necessarily. There are people who have easy as fuck jobs and make tons of fucking money, and there are people that work their fucking asses off and make minimum wage. So it doesn't fucking matter how easy it is to cook a burger. They want to be there. There's no point in having a job that you waste your whole fucking day working at if you can't go home to a home and have your own food to eat and have electricity and all that other shit that we expect out of life. That's so fucking dumb! I'm sorry, that's infuriating to me.
That's anti-socialism, Ben. Freedom, capitalism.
Yeah, we shouldn't provide for anyone or even give people a fair wage. Let's just give them fucking pennies like fucking people get in Mexico and other third world countries. Let's just give them that type of fucking bullshit and have them fucking work to the sweat of their brow 24 hours a day, just have enough to give their fucking family a little bit of food on the table. Is that the fucking America that you want,
like,
Dave?
The parents he still lives with, because I know that, they're not on any kind of like social program, you know, since they're elderly now.
Do you really live with his
Not
parents?
at all.
You know,
last time I checked, I didn't check. We have like we have a mutual friend. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay.
I was riding the train in Seattle, you know, like a month ago, and you know they have ads posted in the train. It's like a subway basically, and there was an ad for a sperm bank. And there's a sperm bank in Seattle that pays $1,000 a month, up to $1,000 a month, to jerk off into a cup. If you can give a maximum of 14 donations at $70 each, getting up to a maximum of $1,000 a month. Isn't that fucking crazy? Like,
that is insane, man. I'd do it if I lived there.
Yeah, you could make $12,000 a year just by doing something that most men do anyway.
Yeah. Dude, that's called fucking efficiency.
It would
right
be
there.
like getting paid every time I took a dump.
Injustice. I'm fucking working my ass off doing this YouTube thing, and I could just be in Seattle jerking off all day.
Well, I mean, there's certain things they look for, like those sort of places. Like they look
superior genetics, Ben.
Well, they do look for like not just genetics, but they do look for like weight, height, race, like hair color, eye color, like your background, like where your ancestors came from. They usually look into that, but then they also look at like education level and that sort of thing too. And more important, they make sure your semen is highly stocked for those sort of things. But yeah, like someone who has all of those desirable characteristics, they pay them $1,000 a month to jerk off. But then you may very well have biological children floating around everywhere.
Dude, so someone who's already sexy.
You're not responsible for them, but
yeah, you can be anonymous. You could just like sign that off and not have anything to do with it.
Right. Sure.
I wouldn't have a problem with that. I don't really care.
I mean, I'd do it, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
That should be the UBI. You just jerk off to get it.
Yeah. Dude, Yang has to start coming up with this fucking plan instead. I think people would be more behind that.
Dude, imagine like if they stop offering that service and then like, you have to apply for a job and you have to explain to them that you've been jerking off for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Calls of impeachment. That's all they do. They get this on a straight party vote. So yes, the Dems do have the votes. However, the trial, what determines guilt, because remember, the Senate has to prove Trump guilty. Donald Trump does not have to prove his innocence. Remember, dear progressive Justice Democrats, we don't work under the system you want, which is people you politically disagree with have to prove their innocence. No, we work on the assumption.
More passionate than this before, but why is he being so fucking low energy during this video, man? Is it the fucking cigar slowing him down? I don't know.
It's not a cigar, it's a big brown dick.
Oh yeah, you're right. As Carlin would say. Alright, fuck you, Dave. I can't stand it.
Of innocence until that person is proven guilty. You don't have the evidence to prove him guilty. The Mueller report basically said that. It didn't exonerate him, but it couldn't prove anything. And that's all that matters. And what's more, to get an impeachment in the Senate, you'd have to flip 19
Did you not
senators.
Think out his video even in the slightest?
You don't have the
going out
votes.
here to film it. He's just complaining about POC off the top of his fucking head. I did it again.
Speaking of the top of his head, when I get to the point where literally the entire top of my head is the part in my hair, the rest of it has to come off. Like, I will not. He is at Hulk Hogan skullet level here at this point.
Dude, when he went on Underhaven, I called him the Great Recession, and he didn't get it.
I remember that.
Even if the two independents vote with you, I'm assuming they would. One of them's Bernie Sanders, and the other one does caucus with the Democrats. So I'm assuming that you're pretty safe in getting those two, but you're still going to need 19.
Man, I can't stop paying attention to that fucking reflection on his head, man. It's just calling out to me.
And remember,
I can't stop paying attention to the fucking Toy Story shirt. I have "You've Got a Friend in Me" looping in my head.
You got a friend in me.
That you have to overcome the Billy Clinton hurdle. And in the late 90s, in the last 6 months of his presidency, the House voted to impeach him or start articles of impeachment.
Come on, man.
And the Senate was like, nah, perjury's not going to affect his job as president. And the Republicans controlled the Senate at the time. Do you honestly think that if they're going to let Bill Clinton off the hook for perjury, him admitting to it, by the way, he confessed
something about being outside.
That they're going to
low T or something.
Yeah, he could be.
Let me tell you something, Warcorpse. Bill Clinton is part of the elite. He is, whether you like it or not. He's not going to face injustice. Doesn't fucking matter what he did, unless like he ran through a highly populated area with a fucking machine gun. Nothing's gonna come of it. It's like, okay, well, he admitted to doing something bad, so, he's going to face justice any second now.
If he personally went through a highly populated area with a machine gun, no, but if he sent our soldiers to the other side of the world to do it in a heavy populated area with a machine gun, no one would give a shit. They'd be like, oh, he's the commander-in-chief.
Yeah.
Support the troops!
For possible obstruction, you lost collusion. That was your one thing you could have done. Give it up.
Why did you think that it was intelligent to bring up the Bill Clinton shit when all this Trump shit was going on? Doesn't that just expose the fucking hypocrisy between the left and the right and trying to impeach people?
Yeah, I mean, he's just bringing up the only time in his lifetime that someone was actually impeached, and they were not successfully removed from office. It's very difficult to impeach. What he's doing is being like, see, I know about this one impeachment, therefore I know more about impeachment than AOC. She a dumb bitch. Her mom packs her lunch. I mean, like, whatever. He hasn't even really said anything so far.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of fucking shitting on AOC for no particular reason. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and by the way, like, I don't know about you guys, but, I'm not a fan of AOC, but I mean, like, this is just fucking retarded.
I bet he's secretly in love with her.
I like her, but I guess I'll be the odd one out.
Because he was obsessed with Anita, too, and I think it's this crazy lust that he has for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But
that's why I was always talking about Swegta, too.
Stay there.
Fuck you.
She tweeted out that the Dems are in real danger of losing the election if they keep doing this, if they keep going the way they're going, and it's true. Hey, a broken clock is right twice a day. Anyway, Trump,
even a fucking inept retard like AOC is right every now and then, whatever.
Whatever, grumble.
Retweeted it
and
added his
Moblin from Zelda 1.
His own commentary and said basically this is why the Dems are pushing impeachment, because it's their only shot to beat him. And he's right. And then, of course, Lexi proved that she doesn't know anything about it.
It's kind of better than when Obama was president and all the Republicans had was the plausible deniability that he may not have been born in the United States to go on.
Yeah, and Hillary was a big part of that, too. But people tend to not really acknowledge it.
Oh, most of the ammo one party gets on the other one comes from the primaries when they're like attacking each other within their own party. That happens all the time. Basically. Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah,
we're gonna
right?
see a lot of that.
Yeah, right now, all the shit, like the shit that Kamala Harris is saying about Biden and whatever, that'll get dredged up later by Trump. Especially if they start working together later on, Yeah,
you called your running mate a fucking XYZ and all that fucking bullshit. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It really doesn't.
No, that's why the incumbent has an advantage for that reason as well.
Impeachment with her tweet back to him. How people can stand there with a straight face and say, oh, she's so smart, she's so wonderful, she's so great.
She is.
I mean, it is impressive how at such a young age she got into the federal government in such a highly densely populated area as well.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, people watch fucking Warcorpse's videos. Who is he to fucking go on camera and be like, oh, this fucking pretty young, talented, and educated fucking woman. Who the fuck likes someone like that, right? All while he's fucking sitting in a lawn chair with his fat ass just smoking a cigar. It's ridiculous.
She's supposed to be a champion for the little guy, yet she's trying to give herself a $4,500 a year raise.
Doesn't like her.
In a job that she works 4 days a week and also gets right now $150,000.
Here we go again with the amount of hard work you do should equate to how much money you make. I mean, like, seriously, that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Work is fucking work, dude.
And
sorry to break it to you.
Now, yes, she has to maintain actually, no, she doesn't, because the trip from D.C. to New York by train is like 2 hours.
Okay,
take another fucking hit, dude. Take another fucking hit.
She gets the offices she needs to maintain in both places paid for by us. Her staff is paid for by us.
Yeah, she works for the fucking government. That's how the government works. So, yeah, but we're not going to just get rid of Congress people because we have to pay for them. There's a reason why we have them.
You tell me there's money in politics?
So I'd love to.
I mean, he's only talking about like the base pay of it. He's not talking about like the bribery and the lobbying and all that shit.
I know. That's ridiculous.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
How she's so destitute where she has to become a lobbyist, maybe.
I mean, that does happen when certain people get out of elected office. They get into lobbying. Or the other way around. They get into lobbying, then they get elected.
Or at least threaten that. Lexi.
What are you even talking about?
I wonder if she's going to be the first one-term representative in a very, very long time. Normally when these people get elected, it's for life, but I don't think it's going to
No, it's not. It is not for life. I mean, they can run in perpetuity, but they can't just... It's not for life. What are you talking about?
People have to re-elect them. Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time it's for life?
Does he just not see all the fucking enthusiasm about this woman? I mean, there's a lot of fucking people who are really into her, especially around the place where she lives. I mean, she gets a lot of fucking people who are interested. Like, she's a controversial figure, don't get me wrong, but it seems like mostly right-wingers who don't like her. Or, you know, I mean, people in the middle seem to have mixed feelings on her, but people on the left really like her. So what, you just can't see past your own fucking narrow worldview because you're not that left-leaning?
I mean...
Whatever.
What does he mean by the first one-term congressperson in a long time? Like,
it's just a big fucking hollow statement. He hasn't thought out this video, like I said. He's just doing it all off the dome.
From what I can see here, it's happened as recently as 2019. There's a whole list. Remember the thing he said earlier about how you can't pull up a fucking Wikipedia and read about things? Well, I pulled up Wikipedia, and there's even a list of members of the United States House of Representatives who served a single term. And if you go all the way down to the fucking bottom, there are people that just served one term, and they were defeated for re-election in January of 2019. So what does he mean?
Fake news.
Yeah. When I said a long time, I meant like 6 months.
Wait, that other guy happened the same fucking day. Like, all these fucking people. Like, there's at least 5 fucking people I see on there that...
It's not the same day. Well, it's the same day of the year, but it's, 2 years apart.
No, it all says 2017 to 2019, right?
Yeah, so like January 3rd, 2017 to January 3rd, 2019.
So this happened very recently and multiple times. It's just fucking ridiculous that he can't even do the fucking most basic fucking of a Google search before going on camera and looking like a fucking dumbass.
Which is hilarious because he just criticized AOC for not doing that.
Yeah! Oh my god!
Is it because he doesn't get paid enough? Like, if he got paid more, he'd work harder?
Money.
Yeah, okay.
So with Lexi, I think she's gonna... You watch. She's probably going to lose in 2020, and then she's going to cash in and become the corrupt lobbyist that she hates.
I mean, she sure doesn't seem like one, but okay. Yeah, just take another fucking puff, Warcorpse. You don't have to entertain us or anything.
Is it like every single puff signifies his brain like buffering the next thought process?
Yeah, you're right.
Someone in the chat said it's not incorrect to say most incumbents get re-elected. They usually do 80-90%. That's not what he said, though. He made it seem like it's been forever since there have been representatives that only did one term, which is totally fucking wrong. There's so many representatives. There's so many of them that I knew he was wrong about that. And then he said most of them are for life. That's what he said. Like they just get reelected over and over again for their entire lives. Now, of course, that happens.
The Supreme Court, I guess.
But that's not the majority. They're switching in and out all the time.
Yeah, there's kind of a reason for why they have talking points and try to pander to a certain type of audience.
Because they want to maintain elections.
It's not just like, I'm going to win once and then I'm just going to kick back and win every other time.
Yeah, and then there's like gerrymandering and stuff like that where, they'll force someone out just by redistricting. Like what used to be 2 districts now is 1. So, you know.
Oh, the GOP loves that in particular.
Oh, yeah. They did that in Ohio. They made Dennis Kucinich, who was a former presidential candidate, run against Marcy Kaptur, who, like, they were both Democrats. They had both been in Congress forever. But one of them had to go because of gerrymandering, because they took what used to be 2 districts and made them into 1. And then the winner...
Yep, nothing fucking fishy there.
And then the winner between them had to run against the Republican, which ended up being Joe the Plumber, if anyone remembers that guy. Joe Wurzelbacher.
What? Okay.
You know Joe the Plumber?
I was expecting to hear that.
Joe the Plumber.
I don't, but just like the name alone just paints an interesting...
this guy, okay, when Obama was running for president before he got elected, he was walking around some neighborhood in Ohio campaigning, and this guy came up to him claiming that he was a plumber, claiming that his name was Joe, claiming that he wanted to buy his company, but he was afraid to do it now because Obama might raise his taxes if he became president. All of that turned out to be a lie. First of all, his name wasn't even really Joe. He wasn't a licensed plumber. He had done plumbing work, but he wasn't even licensed, which is required to work as a plumber. And he wasn't even close to buying his company. And he wasn't making $250,000 a year. That dude. And then, but here's the thing. John McCain picked up that story without even fact checking it. It was like, yeah, Joe the plumber, he's just a normal plumber, a working guy, and Obama wants to raise his taxes. Turned out none of it was true. And but Joe the plumber got so much steam from stupid people that he ended up getting into politics for a little while and ran for local office, but he got destroyed. He was a complete embarrassment, but that's a whole other story on its own. Back to this.
Yeah, well, so is Trump, but here he is.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's over. All right, here's G-Time Johnny. This video is really interesting. It's called "What is Mental Illness?"
Sweet. Let's find out.
He's got a cute puppy.
Please don't kick it.
Be nice. Yeah, be nice, Johnny.
Yeah, don't kick the puppy, G-Time.
Move your finger. Model the internet. Model inside your body. Model how your mind should be related to every member of our species.
All right, I'm doing it.
What is mental illness? Mental illness.
I think I'm looking
at
it,
in
Johnny.
school. Those damn Democrats! Oh, those Republicans! Oh, I murder people in my mind.
What?
Well,
Johnny, I too take a stance against tribalism.
Yeah.
They are private definition words. I'm for democracy. I'm an American. I am a private definition word masturbator.
Yeah, that is mental illness, Johnny. You're right. That is.
So what is mental illness?
Love.
Yeah, on a stream a few weeks back, I played a video from G-Time Johnny that was like 7 years old. And he's clean shaven. He's got his hair pulled back in a ponytail. He's dressed normally. And he talks almost totally normal. It was like at the beginning of him losing it. Like I can actually understand what he's trying to say.
I'm going to have to go back and see that.
It's
It was a
really
recent
weird.
episode, you said?
No. It was from like 6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
If you murder someone in your mind and you're not living as though that all life on this earth is one seed and you are a farmer that is participating in the
let's
growth,
cultivate these fucking grounds, Johnny. You and me.
you are mentally ill. If you were on the Gregorian calendar death march of Earth, that
Johnny, I don't believe you're qualified to diagnose others as mentally ill.
I think he's more qualified than anyone, honestly. He's enlightened.
No, crazy people normally don't think they're crazy. So when people are normally like, I think I'm going crazy, that level of awareness usually means they're not. But people who are crazy that say they're not and tell other people that they're actually the crazy ones, there's the problem there.
Yeah. Come on,
92.
Johnny. Stop trying to give people life advice. Just hang out with your dogs.
Ill. Natives died for mentally health. Socrates drank
I'm
poison
disturbed by how he's
for
cradling
mental
that puppy.
health. And every child is born to be raised in, like, let's go to the little cultures. A child can be born in Russia and seamlessly raised in America until the language install. But that's where it all goes.
Is he giving
awry.
commentary on immigration now?
Because you
I don't even know where he's going with
living
this.
to kill inside. You are American. Those dang Taliban.
I think I actually get what he's saying.
I hate how he has a fucking puppy in a headlock for this whole video. I don't like it.
I know, it's weird.
All
I mean, I think I get it though. I think I do.
Oh, great. Yeah,
I
sure.
think he.
I kind of get it. I mean,
I'm paying attention as much as I can.
Yeah.
I think he's saying that, like, we're so restricted and bound by the environment that shapes us that we adhere to certain labels like American or Democrat without actually thinking about why. I think he's getting at that, but I fuck if I know.
Yeah,
that's what I've
inferred
inferred
what
from
he's trying
this.
to say, but maybe that's just me because that's literally what I believe. So maybe I'm projecting.
That's his message for all along, hasn't it?
Yeah,
it's like, people are so bound by language and we should reject that. But he has his own fucking jargons. I mean, like, it doesn't even make any sense.
Right. Right. And I mean, the fact
But
that
that's
we
not
were
man time.
the fact that we were able to communicate with one another through language has a lot to do with our success as a species. Because we were able to work together easily because we're able to communicate so efficiently.
Well, some of us.
I mean, efficiently enough, way more efficiently than other animals.
Honesty that has been hijacked. It's not reality. And if you murder somebody in your mind, you are.
Everyone has murdered
for real?
Everyone has murdered someone in their mind. To understand whether or not you would or wouldn't do something, it has to have crossed your mind at least for a split second.
Exactly.
Yeah, or even just talking about it hypothetically like he's doing now.
Right.
Yeah, he's thinking of it.
Grower of mass shooters. I mean, look at, this technology, everything we have, the critters don't have. Go back to 50s television.
What, you want us to have no society like dogs? Is that what you want us to do?
He wants 50s television. He's going to go and fly to Ruckersville, Virginia, and Chris Chan and his mommy are going to pick up G-Time Johnny at the airport, and they're going to watch I Love Lucy and Gilligan's Island and go have smoothies.
Get that stuff on off of there.
And all of
Why specifically the 1950s, though? Does he think that's the ideal time period before everything got fucked up? Well, I'll tell you what, Johnny, the Gregorian calendar existed before the 1950s.
Yeah, that's very regressive of you.
I mean, there was
G-Time
still,
Johnny.
there was still like segregation and all kinds of fucked up things going on in the 50s.
Yeah, man. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
In a positive note, go to television today and NCIS and CSI. Murder! We murdered him! That's good!
Dude,
It
this
begins
is what we were
in the
talking about
head
earlier,
of
how
you.
there's like so much exploitation going on
you
in
are
the media,
cancer
dude. Johnny's fucking woke,
reflected out
man.
of
He's
body.
low-key woke.
If you are not living as though everybody can read your mind from this earth and your one-time trip of life that you are seeing and feeling and being
Give that puppy some space,
right
dude.
now. Because these are the eyes.
Oh, damn it. Stop messing with the puppy, damn it.
That you must live up to. And that this
Dude,
earth,
don't hold its mouth shut.
This nose.
Yeah, don't
needs
do
a-
that. Stop!
Can I have a woo-woo? Give me a woo-woo.
What? Okay.
Woo-woo! Woo-woo! Tickle. Woo-woo-woo-woo! Good girl.
What the fuck?
Good girl. Can I have a woo-woo? Give me a woo-woo.
Right,
Is this part of your presentation, Johnny?
Yeah, I think he went off on a tangent.
You can't communicate with the critters. if you're afraid of bugs, if you're afraid of spiders, if you're afraid of mosquitoes, you are afraid of yourself.
I'm not afraid of mosquitoes. I just think they're annoying. And, they leave itchy welts on me, so that's unenjoyable. And sometimes they spread diseases like the West Nile virus and malaria and that kind of shit. But I'm not afraid of them. I guess I'm just annoyed and cautious of them.
Hey, Swegta, Johnny's talking right to you right now. I saw that Twitter post you made where it was just that GIF of you with a spider in your room. I saw that shit. Dude, you're just fucking part of the problem, man. The fact that you fear spiders just means that you're part of
I can't communicate with them. That's the
problem.
Yeah,
you can't. Dude, that's why you fear them. Holy shit.
I will give Johnny this, though. Like, if we had a way to communicate with bugs and spiders and shit, like, that'd be convenient. Just, like, no trespassing, that kind of thing.
Yeah, just put up a sign on your fucking door. Be like, stay the fuck out of here, or else you're gonna get killed.
Trespassers will be swatted.
Yeah.
Because you are not here. You are on the Gregorian calendar death march of life.
Death march?
I mean, look, it landed here in 1492. All you gotta do.
So are you, Johnny. You'll die one day, too.
To who you are. And to live as though everyone can read your mind. Every child on this earth should surpass Einstein in recorded history, because these trees are not controlled by the dead trees that gave them the seed. But in
this works into Johnny's whole philosophy. Doesn't he believe that children are more intelligent than adults?
Yeah, so the analogy he's making is like we as humans, because we're word slaves, we build off of the knowledge of those who came before us. We continue their...
Wait, how's that bad?
I don't understand why that's bad. First of all, we're not trees. Trees are like self-sufficient, living plants that live for, hundreds of years, that they stay stationary for their entire lives.
Unless we move them. I mean, we do play a role in their life cycle.
Right. Well, yeah, in some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't jive with what he's saying. And by the way, like, if we're supposed to be so close to nature, then, like, why have a grievance with something that is the result of natural evolution? I mean, we got to this point because that's where our species just went. That's a natural occurrence. So that should be fine. But I guess he doesn't like it for some reason.
In the factory schooling, look up factory. I'll put a link down there. Factory schooling in Wikipedia.
Is that like factory farming?
That is how we were raised, on flat ball god food. Kill, 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 kill the earth. I am a Gregorian calendar death marcher, and I don't care. I don't care. I am on ignore to ignorant, and I love you. Unconditional love. I
like you too, Johnny.
You're not gonna say you love him? You won't go that far?
George Carlin in disguise. How can you deal with we got a whole species that's murdering each other under magic words in their mind because we're trained to do it. I mean, when I was growing up, get under the desk. The Russians are gonna get you.
Yeah, that's true.
That did happen. I mean, even that went on for a very long time, like post World War II, all the way up until the end of the Cold War, like the early 90s. That was going on. So, yeah, sure. There's always a boogeyman.
Yeah, no, he's right about that. He's definitely right about that. It's just he presents it by shouting.
Everyone, if you're watching right now, please like the stream. Like the stream, make sure you're still subscribed. We're going to do the post show after this. It's for patrons, subscribe stars, and members of this channel only. Check that out if you want to join in on the fun. The last post show, I combined the last two post shows into like a 5-hour video. So that's up right now. Tonight on the post show, I'll probably do some fun stuff. We'll watch some videos. I'll bring the peoples in. We can talk for a little bit. And then, eventually as the night goes on, I might end up playing some video games that everyone can join in on if they want to.
Video game underground.
Yeah,
but yeah, also smash that goal. There's only, I believe, 85 more bucks that people have to get.
$84.50 to be exact.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's still time.
Yeah. So fucking do it. Make it happen so you guys can get more content.
Yeah, you could make it happen, chat. Another episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll have Billy here instead of us because I know that you fucking hate us.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I haven't seen anyone.
Weren't you glad when they got rid of pennies in Europe? So you didn't have to deal with the little fucking pennies everywhere?
Fuck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had our Swedish equivalent of that. I mean, it's still technically there in, bank accounts.
Oh, do you still use pennies where you live?
Yeah, we call them öre. But yeah, we.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck was that?
In most parts of Europe, in the euro, where they use the euro, they got rid of pennies.
Oh, we don't use the euro. We have Swedish crowns.
No, I know. But in the eurozone, they got rid of pennies. I thought they got rid of pennies where you live too, though. I didn't know.
Yeah,
well,
Netflix.
We used to have a Swedish equivalent of that, but it's no longer valid.
Right. They did it in Canada too. Whatever, the 1 cent piece, because it makes no sense to make them anymore. It costs more than double to make a penny.
Not just that, but the economy is way different now. I mean, the value has changed. So it's not like, you can take 5 of those pennies in this instance and just buy something. There's nothing you could buy with that.
Yeah. They round up to
the
5.
only purpose it has here in America these days, so people can be $3.99 instead of $4.
I mean, even if you give that to a busker on the sidewalk, it's not really gonna do anything. There's actually a good chance stores will reject that as a currency when you pay them. At least when they did accept it.
Bill Hicks, I can't tell if this is a rhetorical question that he's asking, but he said, Sweden is in the EU, why don't they just use the euro? There's plenty of countries in the EU that don't use the euro.
They are in the EU.
Yeah, but there's plenty of countries in the
United Kingdom?
The United Kingdom, Poland, there's a few others. They still use
I think he said the opposite of that. He said Sweden is EU, they just don't use the euro.
Right. Yeah, there are other countries like the UK that are in the EU that don't use the euro. And Poland, that's another one.
But then you do have places like Finland that do.
Yeah.
Fuck Finland.
There are countries in South America that are no way related to the United States that use US dollars as their primary currency. 9/11. All right, I'll do a 9/11. Yeah. There was one country, I can't remember what its name is. I'm going to try to look it up. That totally ditched its entire currency and went totally on U.S. dollars.
They're allowed to do that? Would they have to get
how can we stop
from
them?
the U.S. government?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, well, they can't just print their own U.S.
They don't
currency,
print it,
right?
No, they don't print it. They have a stockpile of it that they circulate.
That's crazy. Well, I guess that.
Yeah,
would
I mean,
work.
if they printed a fuck ton of that to replace their current currency, then the value would just collapse.
That's true.
I mean, we wouldn't recognize that as valid money, so it wouldn't be real
crazy,
U.S.
though.
dollars.
Must be a smaller country.
It is a small country.
Is it Panama? I'm just gonna guess.
No, it's not Panama. Hold on. Right. I gotta find it.
Let's see if someone in the chat guesses first. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Zimbabwe? I don't think it's. Is it Zimbabwe? We'll see.
Well, that's in Africa. They might do it too. I don't know. I'm trying to find a list of it.
Wasn't there essentially a slave?
Yeah,
colony
Zimbabwe is one. Zimbabwe is Zimbabwe is one. Samoa, blah blah blah. Barbados. I don't know. There's one in South America. I just can't remember what it is right now. But
isn't Barbados of Caribbean island?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
that might be the one you're thinking of.
No, it's not Barbados. It's in South America. Let's see. You know what though? I think it looks like Panama might actually use. Panama isn't in South America, by the way, though. But
it's not?
It's in Central America. We technically consider that its own thing.
Yep. Okay.
But yeah, it looks like they use the U.S. dollar. Ethiopia, Turks and Caicos, Zimbabwe. Oh, El Salvador. That's what I was talking about. And Ecuador. El Salvador and Ecuador. Both.
Wow.
That's
I'm surprised it's so many countries, honestly.
Yeah. All right.
So we're 8.9% away.
Yeah,
Someone
that's
sent a super chat explaining.
That's awesome. And we still have some time left in the show. I'm going to play this classic Von Helton clip.
Oh, God.
You know, we all get our shit out of books, but here...
How the fuck did Von Helton get so many people to listen to him in Hangouts back in the day? I don't get it.
Wait, that picture's supposed to be Von Helton?
That is him. That is him. That's him like 12, 13 years ago.
Oh, my God, it's Von Helton. I can't believe it. But yeah, to answer your question, I mean, this was kind of around the time when less and less people were doing Google Hangouts. Like
Someone said,
people who did Google.
Someone said El Salvador isn't in South America. You're right. That's in Central America too. It must have been. It was Ecuador that I was thinking of.
Yeah, it must be that.
Here's the thing about me. All right, I went out. I used to be an amateur ghost hunter. I went out. I actually went.
Actually, no. Or yeah.
To a library. I actually got off my lazy ass, went to a library, and actually pulled books off the shelves. Wow, what a concept that is! But here's the thing. You know, I was a ghost hunter. I went out and experienced metaphysical shit that science cannot explain. And believe me, they tried their damnedest to explain this shit, and they couldn't do it.
Hey, Animancer.
Von Helton's a ghost. What?
Who are you gonna call, Animancer? Who?
Ghostbusters, but not the 2016.
No, wrong. Von Helton.
Oh yeah, I have to call Von Helton. He'll bust my ghosts.
Time out.
Shut up, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Art, I like you, Art, but listen, there is no scientific explanation for the supernatural.
So what?
You're gonna be pulling your damn hair out trying to explain
it. So what? Okay, so there is no scientific explanation. That doesn't mean that you can get
with one of his gods right now.
Yeah, that is true because he's paying.
Putin.
Dude, fucking Porm Jorms in this hangout with his deformed baby picture.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
Any other explanation there?
Imagine being someone who in their spare time hangs out with Brett Keane and Von Helton in hangouts all day. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Seriously, I don't know. Yeah, it says a lot about what that person has to do with their time. That's all I'll say.
Art, if I sit here and tell you some of the ghost stories that I personally witnessed, you know, fully formed phantasms, shit.
Fully formed phantasms. You know, you guys normally just see partially formed phantasms, but I saw the full shit. What?
Levitating.
Dude, I think he just had a bad fucking nightmare about Slimer fucking him in the ass or something like that. I don't know.
You don't got no proof.
Fucking ground. Whole houses being turned upside down and planted into the ground like they were built that way. You know, if I tell you shit that I've seen, you'd be like,
whole house turned upside down.
This dude's crazy.
I would say probably he had a psychotic break where you were on
Now this is a story all about how.
Yeah,
my house got turned flip upside down.
Or I was drunk or high or you know, I
high enough to see a house turning upside down.
See what?
I will say this.
I said
he's right about one thing, and that's like he's like, if I told you about all of the things I've seen, you'd call me crazy. I'm like, oh yeah, there you go.
That's what's happening.
Fair enough, Vaughn.
Never been drunk or high enough to turn a house upside down.
Maybe you didn't have access to those kind of awesome drugs that Van Helton did.
I hit that hookah, man, and it was just fucking awesome. I'm telling you.
Oh wow. Too bad.
These atheists paid him $2,000 for that. Go ahead, sorry.
Is there anyone else around one that saw this house turn upside
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Oh, the house being turned upside down? Yeah, there was a whole team of us. It was 6 of us.
What, an actual house?
There was 6 of us. 6 of us. Harold Remus, Danny, or what was his name? Ernie Hudson.
Danny Trejo.
No, he wasn't one of the
I'm just fucking with
Ghostbusters.
you. I'm just fucking.
So it's
Yes, an actual house upside down. Yeah.
Can I just ask you a question about that? When you say a house
Dan Aykroyd.
upside down, do you mean literally?
I mean the whole goddamn house turned upside down.
Yeah,
That's
so you
what
mean
I mean, pulled off of its foundation, flipped upside down, and sitting there.
And where is
Because
this?
when we pulled up the driveway the next fucking day, that's how the house was. And you know what happened after that? We ran like
You left the cinema?
motherfuckers called the dogs. We're like, we are the fuck out of here. We can't handle this shit. And we left.
And there's no evidence of this ever occurring.
No.
Coincidentally.
Yeah.
Of a house
one else
turning
saw it.
upside down.
No one else.
That's right.
Oh, Teddy's in the chat.
Yeah, what's up, Teddy Rumpskin?
Yeah, Teddy. Yeah.
Hey, listen, ain't nobody stupid, especially
he's
me.
awesome.
We could pull it up in that driveway that the whole damn house is upside down. We're like, yeah, we're out of here. Bye.
What happened to the people that were living in it?
He's so full of shit. How can he tell this story to a bunch of adults and expect them to believe it? Does this just work in Kentucky?
Well, no, it's okay though because you said hey, you'll call me crazy, but I'm gonna say this anyway. So people,
like, yeah, you're fucking crazy.
He's kind of like Chris Chan in the sense that he never grew up. Like, there's no point in his life where he just grew out of this kind of shit. Just
yeah, Vaughn's
constant.
gonna be an 8-year-old boy. That's what he's gonna end up being.
Karate Kyle.
I'm gonna be here no more. Bye.
What happened to the people that were living in the house? What happened to them? Did they die? Did someone call the police?
Dude, no
one noticed it or
I wish the
photographed
best
it?
for them, you know? I mean, that's all I can say. I wish the best for them.
Where's the cameras? Come on, where's the newspaper article? You have a newspaper article?
It's a little too much for us to deal with.
Where's the reporters?
Hey, I think
Come
I
on.
remember why I don't.
We were, hey,
hang
look,
out,
we were
guys.
ghost hunters. We were there for a purpose. We were there.
Yeah, where was this?
But was a camera not part of your ghost hunting gear?
This is back in the late 80s, and we pull up in the driveway, and the whole goddamn house is literally upside down. Yanked out of its foundation, and
you took photos, I take it.
And
You
we're
took
like, fuck
photos?
this shit. No, we are out of here. And we.
No one else reported it? It wasn't noticed the next morning?
Yeah, crack got real popular.
Yeah,
We're not going to report anything, you moron.
The next door neighbor.
Why wouldn't you record it?
Why
Why wouldn't you
not?
record it? You could use it as evidence and be like, look, you need to pay us to be ghost hunters
Out of
for
all
you.
the things like, you should report on if it actually happens, something supernatural would be a good start. Like, that's ideal.
No, he just looks like a bitch.
Noticed the house was upside down.
I think Von Helton had a dream that he's now convinced is real, and that's why he thinks this way.
I think he had a stroke. He just imagines that this actually did happen.
Oh yeah, didn't Captain Kirsch theorize that he did at some point based on how he looks? I think so.
I don't know, maybe.
You've been drinking today, Vaughn.
Oh, hey, officer, we just saw a house upside down. Yeah, we'll be out to get
Okay, but no one else reported it the next day.
Yeah, I don't,
The next,
dude, I don't
the next
care.
door
I don't
neighbors.
care.
You've been drinking today, Vaughn.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care. We saw the house upside down, scared the shit out of us, we ran. We ran, okay? We fled. We did not sit there.
Who cares?
I'll make a diagnostic report before I leave.
I didn't do the last 9/11, so I'm going to do that.
Do it. I just want to point out that he mentioned going back to the house one day later. So it's like the entire foundation of the place you live in turns upside down. You're spooked. You flee like you've never fled before. You then just 24 hours have passed. I bet the house fine now. He comes back.
I think that's called an acid trip, Vaughn.
I think it's called lying.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's more likely. Von Helton's too square to do acid.
Now, what about other people the next? What about other people the next day?
Listen to me. Listen to me, Mark.
No,
you're the type of person that if you go into your house and there's blood all over the damn walls, you're going to sit there and write a diagnostic report? No, you're going to get the police.
What city was this in?
You're not going to sit there and write a damn report. You're going to see blood all over the walls, and you're going to run like hell.
Okay.
So is he just pathological, or do you think he realizes that he's full of shit?
I think he realizes he's full of shit, and he just wants attention. He wants these people to look to him like, oh, and then what happened?
I've told Swegta this
Let's
theory
add
on
up
Under
all
Hate
of the
but-
fantastic claims of Von Helton. He's the Punisher.
Okay.
He invented the stealth bomber. He was a Ghostbuster.
He's a descendant of Vlad the Impaler, hence his lack of teeth.
Yeah, he was a
He's
vampire.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. There's other ones too.
He got recruited by the Avengers once.
Yeah. By the Shield. He got recruited by the Shield.
You're right. I'm
Nick
sorry,
Fury.
I didn't mean to straw man him.
There's more too. There's other things.
Oh, yeah, he's a keeper of an Elder Scroll. People in the chat list him off. People in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh man, he has so many achievements, dude. But honestly, what I think it is that he lives such a boring, mundane life that he needs to pretend that all this shit is true. Like he knows deep down that it's not, but he just tries to pretend and lie to himself and try to live in his delusionary world where he actually matters.
So it's kind of like when somebody gets put through white torture, where like they don't experience anything. They're just like in a white room with like no stimuli, and so the brain just kind of fills in the blanks. It's just kind of like that. He just fills in the boring shit in his life with actual interesting stuff. Whether or not it actually happened is irrelevant.
Egghead pointed out one of the funniest things, strangely enough. He got catfished by Brett.
Did he? Wait,
He did, yeah.
Yeah, Brett had a Twitter account that was
Trump.
It was actually just recently banned.
Shit.
It was called Angels for Trump, and he had a picture of a woman in the thumb or like in the profile photo.
Now.
Yes.
Awesome. Dickless penises.
And everyone knew it was Brett except for Von Helton. Von Helton's like, "You guys think this is Brett? You're an idiot." And I just pictured like Von Helton trying to flirt with Brett's catfish
Oh my god,
account.
he did too. He was like, finally, a real lady who espouses the ideas I believe in.
And then eventually Brett owned up to it, like, yeah, that was me. So Von got pissed off.
Yeah, he got pissed
I
off.
remember it now.
How much? That's the truth. Be truthful, man. Come on. Nobody's just slipping and write a damn diet.
Vaughn, how much have you been drinking today, Vaughn?
I don't drink alcohol.
Just got enabled on Brave Mobile. Also, this is the first live show I've caught in like 2 years, so
Thanks
take
for
my stream
watching.
labs, you sweet boy.
And you guys are so
Welcome
fucking
back.
great. I was worried about not making the goal. We didn't have Billy here. We're not getting as many viewers as we would normally get because of that, which I expected. But we still, like, a lot of people still showed up, watched the shows. I actually released an old video from a little less than a year ago when me and Jeff Holiday and Madison and Billy and Chris Raygun, we all hung out here after a night of drinking after PAX. We all came here to the studio and did an impromptu stream. So that's here on the channel. So if you guys get bored, first of all, you should check out the last fucking show because that was the most madness I've had on a show in a while, thanks to Asterios and Ghastly. That fucking show was insane.
Asterio says he wants to come back more.
Oh,
too,
dude. Yeah, he's fucking great. There was a point on the last DP episode where me, Asterios, and Ghastly all made the same joke at the exact same time, and then we all looked at each other.
I must have missed that.
We all looked at each other and were like, did we just all make that joke literally at the same time? We all talked over each other and all did it simultaneously.
Dude, that's a sign of good chemistry. That means that they're good guests for this fucking show, I suppose. You guys were on the same page. I could tell that they had good chemistry too with each other.
Asterios like derailed things, but it was in a good way, in my opinion. Like, first of all, him getting up and leaving and then coming back as Wario. That motherfucker.
Yeah, that's a pretty good moment.
He looks so much like Wario.
Yeah, he does, dude. He fucking does.
Yeah.
Great. I'm high on life, brother. You ought to try it.
I think you've been drinking today, man.
If you're sober, Vaughn, you might need drugs to balance you out. I want to know how why does he look so drastically different?
That's what sitting in a fucking chair all day and just drinking Diet Coke will do.
Well, I mean, he looks like he's gained over 100 pounds for one thing.
Believe this motherfucker, man. He comes in a house, he sees blood all over the walls.
So
yeah, I'm
inactive, dude. He said he would run for his fucking life. I bet Von Hilton couldn't even fucking run if he tried, dude.
Look at how
He's
Vaughn
way too
and
fucking out of shape.
look at how Vaughn and Brett have both aged. Like this is probably what Vaughn looked like. I'd guess 12 years ago, maybe. This is what he used to look like.
Yeah, discount fake Sagan.
You know,
if you want to see how badly Brett has aged, I could send you an interesting picture of that.
Unfortunately,
dude, the only profile picture he uses of him when he actually was fucking younger, so everyone's seen what he looks like.
He's still got teeth in that too.
Write out a diagnostic report. Yeah, you do that, Mark.
I'd probably ring the police though.
Yes, at least call the police.
Brother.
I like how when they're like, "Did you call the police because a house was upside down?" He's like, "Police wouldn't believe something crazy like ghosts." It's like, well, you're trying to get them to believe in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, is he calling them retarded or something?
He acts like it's so ridiculous that they suggest he call the police because the police are going to think he's fucking crazy for claiming there are ghosts in a house, flipping it upside down.
Instead of calling the cops and being like, you need to be here now, and they arrive and they see what happened. Instead of that, it's like, no, I'm going to tell people about this years from now in a Google Hangout. That'll do it. That'll prove my point.
You do know that you have to report. I'll see you later, okay? I'm out of here, all right? I am not going to stick around.
Wow.
Wait, you're not going to say that they tried to make you out to be neo-Nazi or something, Vaughn?
I've googled upside down house, but I can't find any upside down house found.
It was a conspiracy. They covered it up.
Hey, Vaughn, what city did that happen in?
That was up in Illinois, dude. That was, I forget what city, but it was up in Illinois somewhere.
Oh, you forget what city. So, like, this
what city?
Yeah. When you witness an insane supernatural event on the level of a fucking building flipping upside down, you don't even remember where you are. Most people remember where they were when Kennedy got shot or where they were when 9/11 happened or Pearl Harbor or whatever. But you literally were there and you saw a house flip over, and you're so vague on all the actual details of this.
Seems legit. And by the way, notice the change of tone of his voice, where it's like when he wants them to believe something, he's just kind of like, "You guys have no idea what you're talking about. I experienced this. It happened." And then when they ask him to elaborate on a detail he hasn't thought of, he's just kind of like, "Oh, I don't remember. It happened in a city I was in."
I love the one video.
Dude, he just needs a cigar like Warcorpse so he can load up.
I love the one video where he thinks all the people he follows on Twitter are his follower list, and then like you see the point where his dumbass finally realizes that it's like none of those people are following him, but he's too fucking proud to just be like, "Oh shit, I made a mistake." He like doubles down on it. It's fucking ridiculous.
Dude, that's the same fucking face that he made when he realized that he didn't take down our Twitch channel. Because there was an interview that he had on the Geek Room where they asked him some questions. And he was talking about how he got our channel fucking taken down on Twitch. He didn't, by the way. And when they fucking proved it to him, they showed him the fucking URL and it was still there. He didn't fucking believe it. He just acted like it wasn't fucking there. And he just kept on going making his dumb fucking arguments. He can't own up to being wrong even when it's blatantly right there in front of everyone's fucking face.
Well, he doesn't even know what he's talking about. He was like... He thinks Jeff is a host of Underhaven, or he thinks Jeff's name is Underhaven. And
he does.
Yeah, because he's like, Underhaven called me a Nazi. It's like, no, it's hard to explain for those of you who haven't seen it, but there's a video where Jeff...
I'll take a stab at it. So Von Helton pointed out of frame when he made a video, and it kind of looked like he was doing like a Nazi salute. So Jeff Holiday being in the upper left corner like Ben is, he made it look like, the hand extended from there and did like the Sieg Heil shit.
And that was us calling him a Nazi, apparently. So we tried to get our Twitch taken
us laughing and just chuckling at that, obviously that conveys that this is a serious accusation.
Yeah, and one more thing, like the people in this hangout, I've recognized some people in this hangout who've done some pretty fucked up shit to Vaughn. He's willing to talk to them in fucking hangouts, but when it comes to how we riff on Vaughn, like we never go after his personal life, we just attack his stupid fucking ideas, like just like you do on this show, Ben.
I try really hard not to use videos where his kids are in it. And that sort of thing. I don't want to attack. I don't even really want to attack him. I just want to laugh at the dumb shit that he does and has said, and it's out there, you know.
I had to edit a video we covered on Underhaven recently where someone put their fucking kid's Twitter handle in the fucking video that they made. So I had to edit that shit out because I'm like, okay, I guess I'll be your parenting for you.
You don't have to do that, but good on you. But they're the ones who put it out there.
I know. You know. I already go to the effort of editing those shows anyway, so I might as well just do their fucking parenting for them, right?
Animancer, you and we did a collaboration like a few months ago where this guy calls up Rockstar tech support and he's like, you know, a Illuminati conspiracy theorist. So he like accuses them of being, you know, satanic or some shit. And at one point in the video, he holds up his phone to like the camera and you can see like the names and phone numbers of like all of his friends.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, you just doxed like all of the people in your life.
That out
okay.
too, yeah.
Yeah, I had to like blur it because I was like, oh, I have to show something.
Did you see where when Chris Chan doxed the people that were sending him gifts?
Yeah.
Because like, he's too lazy to read a note. Like, he got gifts in the mail from these people that I guess were moving to like where he lived, and they were gonna like spoil him to like be his buddy and stuff. So. But he opened a box. He did an unboxing on video, but didn't bother to read the note that said, "Don't read this on camera. Keep this private." And he didn't read that, and he just picked up the note and showed it to the camera, and it had like people's real names and like where they were from and all that on it.
Why would you give Chris Chan your home address, man?
Yeah.
Like, I can understand, I guess I can kind of understand sending him something if you think it'd be funny or entertaining for him to do an unboxing, but, like, why would you give him your home address and do, like, a heartfelt letter?
Well, they were going to move, they said they were going to, I don't dig too deep on this, it was just a video that I watched, but I think they were going to, like, move there and, like, be Chris Chan's IRL buddy. I don't know.
Why? I don't know, whatever.
People are obsessed with that shit. Chris Chan is a thing because enough people... in my opinion, equally as crazy people as Chris Chan, like really obsessed over every detail of his life.
There's people like Palm Jam too who just like seeing fucking train wrecks and they, for some reason, dedicate most of their lives to hearing what they have to say. It's kind of weird, but there's people like that, I guess.
That's weird.
We see one on screen right now.
Let's see what we've got here. What's a good...
But yeah, man.
We'll
I mean, we'd pull up in the driveway, the whole damn house is upside down. It's like, what the fuck?
Upside down house, Illinois. I'm looking.
Okay, beat me to it.
This motherfucker actually thinks somebody's going to take the time to report that shit.
Why wouldn't they? I mean, they had Mothman sightings in West Virginia back in the day, and those were reported everywhere.
Oh, no, that would be great exploitation. Like, the media would be all over that shit. That's why I don't understand whenever these fucking fake things happen and people think it's a big conspiracy. It's like, you know that the media would make a big stink about this in thousands, hundreds of thousands of billions of dollars if they could, right?
I mean, I remember one time, and I actually showed a video of it that I took back in the day. When I was living in the Southwest, I saw a weather balloon, but I didn't know what it was at the time. And tons of fucking people called like the news and the cops and told them that there was this UFO flying in the sky because there wasn't.
It was aliens.
It was a weather balloon, but it was huge. It almost looked like there were two moons out because the weather balloon was reflecting the sun. So it looked like a light source in the sky the same way the moon does. It was reflecting. It looked like two moons kind of like somewhat near each other in the sky at the same time.
I think we finally know the basis for Shani's fucking argument about the moon being a light source, dude. She just looked up in the fucking Ohio sky one day, and that's what she saw.
No,
man.
it was in New Mexico. It was in New Mexico, not Ohio, in the Southwest. But yeah, like, yeah, I mean, the moon isn't a light source, it's a reflector. It's kind of like how the reflectors on your bike aren't light sources, but they can reflect light so well that they appear to be a source of light.
Nah, dude, it was made in a fucking lab. What are you on about?
Yeah. The moon made in a lab. Everything we see, like, the reason I know you guys already know this, but it's just like I feel like I have to explain very simple things to crazy people. Like, the reason why you can't see anything in a dark room is because there's no light to reflect off of anything.
Are you fucking serious? What?
When you see things, it's because light is hitting them and reflecting off of them and going into your eyeball.
Wait, that's how my eyes work? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Whoa. I thought I just saw out my fucking nose, man.
Yeah. No, you thought you just actually saw things.
Yeah. I thought it was that easy, man. I thought it was that easy.
Magic eyes. Magic eyes.
The funny thing too is, like, when you try to explain this to Shani and give her an option to verify this for herself, like, you know, buy a telescope, look at the moon. Her response verbatim was, "How about no?"
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I just want to eat my ass, Swegta. That's all. I just want to eat my ass.
She's fucking frightening. Did you see that video of her and G-Man yelling at each other?
Yeah, dude. I fucking shit my pants when I saw that video. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait a minute, hold on.
They went at it. What happened to fucking Christians being there for each other?
Time out.
Get out of here, G-Man. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I want to fucking hear your shit. Oh, man. Wow. The most accurate G-Man clip of all.
Here's him doing a baby crying.
Is that G-Man?
Yeah. There's so many great G-Man sound clips. This one's hyena laugh, and there's two different ones. Listen to this first one. and here's the other one.
Oh my god!
Oh my
God. He sounds like he just took a bong rip before that one, dude. Jesus.
Yeah, he does.
The best one is the one where it sounds like he's getting butt raped.
That's legit what it sounds like. Dude.
I know. When I first heard it, I was like, oh shit.
G-Man got fucked in the ass, man.
G-Man went to prison.
Yeah.
He dropped
Somebody
the soap.
ripped off G-Man's G-string.
Dude, someone should make a G-Man prison themed porno. Call it like G-Man Caged Heat. No, you don't like that idea?
How about like G-Man versus the G-Spot?
Oh damn!
G-Man's G.
It has to have a G in it because it's G-Man.
You know how sometimes I like to ask Egghead really uncomfortable questions? I like doing that to G-Man too.
Yeah, you do that to G-Man. You ask him like questions about like being. You know who would really make G-Man uncomfortable? Creamsicle, because Creamsicle really makes Egghead uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right about that. It's true.
Hey there, G-Man. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, Dad.
Want to come stuff my pupper puss?
Ah! You don't have to say that.
I went too far. I'm sorry.
Ah!
And still cringing from that comment I made. I'm sorry to the viewing public, too. I should apologize. Holy shit.
All right, so we got about 15 minutes left before we do the post show. I do have a few more things. I did accumulate some ads.
Stupid commercials.
I need a new intro for stupid ads. This one's
Dude, the
really
guy who
old.
made the crazy people one should make a new one. He's talented, anyways.
So we're not guessing prices. These are just old, weird ads. And some of these ads, when they came out, weren't strange at all. But man, time has passed, and what was normal is no longer normal.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's one.
People love their hover round.
Actually, this one isn't that old, but I just find this one amusing because it's like, you know, people that can't walk, so they have these mobility scooters.
Power chairs.
You made me love you.
I didn't want to do it.
I didn't want to do it.
Dude, I remember seeing this on fucking TV, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I get embarrassed when people say they love me after I show them how much fun it is to get their independence back.
I love getting out of my house again, and boy, is it easy.
You made me
love independence by being entirely dependent on this thing to be ambulatory. Okay.
No, dude, Swegta, let's start a fucking goal on fucking Underhaven for the next episode. Let's buy me a fucking hover round, dude.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Yeah, dude, get me a fucking hover round.
You know,
dude,
like,
if Boogie can afford to fucking put money on a fucking car, then I can get a fucking hover round, right?
Oh, no, he changed his story for like the 8th time. He never bought it.
Oh,
I'm not bashing Boogie, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not joining in on this. Sorry.
I mean, I like the guy. I just found that one thing silly, that's all.
Yeah, whatever.
Hi, I'm Tom Cruise, inventor of the Hoveround. I can't sing, but I can guarantee you'll love what you can do in your Hoveround.
I'm amazed at the people who say they love us just because we got them their Hoveround at little or no cost.
That is amazing. So amazing that it probably hardly ever happens. You just made it up for the commercial.
Love
what? I could get
because
for free?
It did not cost me 1 penny.
Hoveround is like riding around in an easy chair with wheels.
You made me love you, and all the time you knew it.
People just love the round design. We say it's round for a reason, so you can turn and get through the narrowest door or hallway.
I love how easy it is to...
When you go to Walmart, they just have mobility scooters just sitting there waiting for people who can't walk.
No, dude, you need to get a fucking hover round. That's what you need.
Hover rounds are expensive, but a lot of people, like their insurance will cover it if they're disabled. So...
I don't get that though. Like, how does it make any sense? Like, you know, you arrive at Walmart and then you know you need the mobility scooter. Like,
some
if
people
you
don't...
needed that, would you not have it when you got there?
Yeah, I just want to make this clear.
I
Some
mean-
people for their... Sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Some people aren't going to have their entire fucking insurance cover this, and they're going to have to pay fucking money. But you know who didn't have to pay fucking money and have their insurance cover everything? That fucking police officer who beat a bunch of fucking people up.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Well,
I just
here's the
find that
thing.
interesting.
Here's the thing. A lot of people can't afford their own, and some of these people, they may not be able to walk like long distances, but they could like walk from their car to the fucking, you know, just inside the door at. Just inside the door at
We should be able to provide
Walmart.
for these people before anyone else, like especially before we come to provide for people.
To find
who,
out
you know,
more, call this number to get
needy
your
people.
free hover round information kit.
You'll also love Hoveround's exclusive pressure release system with lumbar support,
Do they get a gay
Boris
guy to
stick
do this
foam,
part?
and Comfort Ride inner springs.
It's time you fell in love with a hover round and learned how to be.
All right. Oh, Swegta, I just saw the picture you sent me. I'm going to put it up here. All right, so here's a 10-year difference. His, like, the top, the volume of his hair disappeared and turned into fat under his chin. It, like, transferred.
Dude, he used to look like an actual person. Isn't that crazy? Like, just imagining Brett Keane as, like, a regular guy. Like, that's insane.
Let me put it this way. If you need motivation to take care of yourself and then stop poisoning your body with bullshit, yeah, this is it.
Dude, someone said he looks like Thanos now. I kind of see it. Except
Like
he's
a
not
fat
Thanos.
Thanos.
The most
He's not a
embarrassing Thanos ever. All right, let's see.
Step aside, Josh.
Here's the next commercial.
Spatial factory shipment.
Oh, no, I already watched this last night. Here, this one instead. This is great, by the way.
It's Michael Jackson. Hey, it's me.
It's the Credit Mac Daddy.
Credit Mac Daddy.
The Credit Mac Daddy is in the house.
Walking, talking, bringing it down. I know what you need. You need a car. One that looks good, that'll take you very far. Got credit problems? Not these days. The Credit Mac Daddy gets you out of the haze. If you got a good job and $7.99, call the Credit Mac Daddy, leave your worries behind. Georgia Car Credit in Moultrie, Tifton, and Thomasville.
Soon to be in Albany and Valdosta.
Great cars, no credit check.
It's as easy as pie.
What?
Excuse me?
People are taking pies to the face in this commercial? Oh my god.
And he also cuts that dude.
Oh, he's got a grill.
It's just a bunch of weird shit put together to try to appeal to young people. Is this just like an internet meme of its fucking time or something? I don't know.
Ever wonder what we intelligent, independent, adventurous types drink? Celestial
shut the
Seasonings
fuck up,
herb
bitch.
tea. They call this one Lemon Zinger.
Oh.
Okay, so they're like pandering to the pretentious, idiotic crowd that thinks they're actually intelligent and deep.
In the 80s,
they call
Simpson,
this one,
basically.
In the
this one is
80s,
called
they
Deep
were
Summer.
Yeah, in the 80s they were known as yuppies.
Teas more tastefully done.
I've heard that.
I can't believe it. Don't you ever quit? I've been away a long time, and my roommate's still going strong.
What a terrible fucking actor. Yeah, a roommate was like an indoor air freshener. Was what it was.
Dude, it was like he was trying to be bad.
With twice the freshening liquid, so it freshens air longer than magic mushroom.
Long.
There was an air freshener called Magic Mushroom.
Right Dude, I want now, man.
Lasting roommate.
Bad news. First, the bad news. 3 out of 4 unsuspecting people will get gingivitis.
Look at all these yuppies. This is like the definition of yuppie right here.
An early form of gum disease. Now, the good news. Listerine Antiseptic is the only non-prescription mouthwash accepted by the American Dental Association for its significant help in preventing and reducing plaque and gingivitis. And Listerine still kills bad breath germs. So
advertising was a lot more wordy back then, too.
Brush, floss, and use Listerine. It's good news for you, bad news for gingivitis.
These days, advertising's more. It's not even about advertising the product necessarily. It's about trying to get an impression of someone in your mind. So
it's also about like kickstarting a meme. That's usually what they try to do now. Like Dilly Dilly with what the fuck is it? What's a beer brand? It's like
We flunked Valentine's Day.
Hey, the basketball was funny.
Oh, very funny.
And the hamster was cute.
Cute.
And this year I'm giving you the FTD Candy Hearts Bouquet.
Don't kill me, Roger.
Beautiful flowers need red hot candies. Get your red hots.
She didn't fucking notice it sitting there the whole time?
I guess not, dude. It was out of frame.
They didn't even have him like get up and go to another room to get it. They just wanted her to act surprised and oblivious to the fact that it was sitting right behind her.
Well, she is blonde, so you know.
Oh, there we go.
Get your red hots.
Whoa.
Make up for lost time. Send your Valentine an FTD Candy Hearts bouquet.
Please don't let this feeling end.
God, the jingles. Jingles don't really exist like they used to, also.
Yeah,
they do exist on the radio, though.
Look at this. Hey, come on, what? Cool things happen.
Oh, yeah. This is, whoa, cool. Whoa, neato. Whoa, awesome.
When you start the day with Kellogg's Pop-Tarts. So cool.
Oh, it's so cool. Dude, this almost seems like a parody, but it's not. So cool.
They're hot, so hot. The hot.
So hot, they're cool.
Taste of real fruit filling inside and cool frosting on the outside. Real hot, 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 hot.
It almost sounds like Trey Parker singing it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it almost sounds like a fucking South Park sketch.
No, this shit was real.
The cool, hot part of this complete breakfast. So cool. They're hot, so hot. Thank you.
Man, see, if you eat Pop-Tarts and you're an incel, the mannequins at the mall will come to life and want to fuck you. So,
yeah. I honestly, I was never around when commercials like that were out, but I've seen plenty of them over the years, and it's a shame that commercials aren't like that anymore. I think it's way more charming to just be way more in your face like that. It's less disingenuous than commercials are these days, I suppose. Somehow.
Hi, Trish. Todd's working here.
Oh my god, I remember this shit. The Duracell commercial.
Fuck?
Yeah, this is the Duracell commercials with the weird, like, rubber people.
Make it all shift without Duracell batteries.
This is before they had like the rabbit mascots.
No, the rabbit mascot was
Guess
Energizer.
not. The copper top tops them all.
They just watched the man die. Is what I inferred.
Holy shit.
Yo, check this out. What do you do when you're off?
Oh my god, I love this. I remember this one when I was a kid, and like they're trying to give the dog weed. If anything, this commercial just made me want to smoke weed more.
Hey, yo, check this out.
Hey, yo, check this out.
What do you do when you're off on drugs? Beat it! Drug-free's the way to be.
Okay. What do you do when you're off for drugs? Beat it! Okay.
Dude, those were some fat fucking joints I saw right there. I want one right now.
Attention, Pokemon fans. Get ready for Pokemon Live at the Fox Theater. Now you can...
Fox Theater in Detroit.
Be there as all your favorite characters come to life in this
is so dumb.
musical adventure. It's the only place to see a brand new Pokemon.
You know, I hate to admit this, Ben, but back when I was a kid, I used to be one of those kids who was fucking obsessed with Pokemon, so I probably would have been all about this gay shit back then, honestly.
I'm not surprised.
Powers. You can meet
That's what made me a furry.
Misty, Ash, and of course, Pikachu.
Hey,
As
you wanna
the action
fuck that
hits the
Pikachu
stage at
I do.
Fox Theater. Wanna catch them all? Gotta catch it live.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh my god, this is the baby that shits and pisses itself.
Oh, God,
seriously.
Yeah, I've seen this. Hell
Yeah, this is the doll that shits and pisses itself.
So much fun. I help you with your training pants. You make me so proud. Your potty feels like magic. Then it.
Like, okay, who the fuck? Why is this
People
fun?
paid for this, yeah.
Like, you have to deal with babies pissing and shitting when you get older, you know?
You know, I think I know what this is. This is them, like, discreetly selling a sex toy to pedophiles. I'm convinced.
No,
Oh my God. No, Swegta, step it back.
What fucking kind of kid would want this?
Ah, dude, you know, that fucking shit looks like orange juice, by the way. Can I just say that?
It looks more like lemonade.
It's fun to help Magic Potty Baby learn to use her potty. Flush, and you're ready for next time.
Magic potty baby, I'm so glad that you're mine.
Sound up! Sound up! XP90 Pulse Fire! Hear the sound of the Super Soaker XP90 Pulse Fire with pulsating action.
Just on all your friends, kid.
Satisfaction! Or switch to a constant stream. Cool, clear color.
Or pour some bleach into it.
Bottle 2.
Oh, God.
Sound up! I can't hear you.
An allegory for jerking off.
That Super Soaker looks like it's ejaculating.
I know that dude. This entire fucking commercial is just an allegory for jerking off. Haven't you been able to tell?
Pulse Fire! Super Soaker XP90 Pulse Fire!
Oh, you know what you could do? You could get some like super hot sauce and pour a bunch of it into the Super Soaker and mix it with water. Shoot some motherfuckers.
They should make a Viagra commercial. It's just like
If you were a goldfish, you'd swim around a bowl eating soggy fish flakes. You don't like fish flakes tough. You don't get a choice. But you do because you're a kid, so you can go to Burger King. No mustard? No problem. You don't like choices? Be a goldfish. You want it your way? You can go to Burger King.
Now it's time for... Oh my god, the Pizza Head show. I remember this shit.
Pizza Head show.
Hey everybody, I'm done trick-or-treating and I'm gonna go for the stuffed crust pizza at Pizza Hut. Yay!
Not yet, Pizza Head.
What is
There's
this?
one more place to go.
I don't think anyone's home.
This is just a ripoff of Mr. Bill, which was an old Saturday Night Live sketch from the 70s that they used to do. It was like a little guy made out of clay. He was like a little clay figure. It's the same thing.
Sure there is.
Oh, trick-or-treat! Interesting hieroglyphics on this pizza.
Quick, Pizza Head, let's go upstairs.
Hey, who lives here anyway?
It's your host, Count Steve.
Oh, nice place. You gotta go. I wanna go to Pizza Hut now.
The Count will be happy to give you a lift.
Oh, hey, put me down! Put me down!
See you next time.
What? Why? Hold on. What? Why did it start off like this?
Some fucking rich marketing executive was like, yeah, that's the point we need to start on.
Okay. All right. I'm interested to see what this product is.
Face it for that bigger lick.
Ben, were American kids on cocaine or something back in the 80s or 90s or whatever?
I don't know. I don't think I was. Well, I mean, a lot of us were on like Ritalin and Adderall, which is a heavy stimulant.
It doesn't matter what comes.
Oh my God, the Mentos. Now, these Mentos commercials, I think, were filmed in another country.
Fresh goes better in life.
They look European to me.
With Mentos fresh and full of life. Nothing gets to you. Staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Fresh goes better. Mentos fresh. Fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Yeah, you're right. Jingles are kind of a dead art, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Look at me rollerblading, man. Extreme. Yeah.
If you could walk through fences, why the fuck would you waste your time at like a skate park?
We'll find out. Maybe it's that fucking good.
Oh my God. Like, serious, what the fuck does this have to do with anything? Like this product. It's a juice in a bag.
Man.
Natural Capri
Gotta be
Sun.
more extreme.
Liquid cool. New.
Yo!
Put a label on it with the labels on. Pick a color, pick a face, or a
Dude, these
flower,
commercials
or a
like the
place.
word cool. Have you noticed that? They say that more than any other word. Cool.
This is, yeah, or they'll be like, yo! Yeah,
Yeah.
but seriously though, this is a label maker commercial.
Make a card, make it cool. Labels on your stuff for school. Yo, put a label
Wow, they keep saying yo.
with the labels on.
Yo,
You know what they say? Label
It's
it
because
or
they're
lose it. Put the
the
Casio
lamest
labels on.
product ever.
You can label all
So they
your
have to
stuff.
make it sound cool.
Could you imagine someone that has like all of their shit labeled?
On their shoes? Are they
Yeah,
seriously encouraging this?
Ben's
Okay,
shoe.
they're selling this to kids. There's no way any kid who had this didn't use it to like put a bunch of like fucking shit on like the kitchen counter and stuff. Like,
yeah,
there's no way kids did not do shit like that with this.
You know what, Swegta, you were fucking right. Actually, no, I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that. Fucking G-Time Johnny was the one who was fucking right. The labels are bullshit.
Yeah, they are.
Yo, put a label on it with the labels on.
Available at Venture from Casio.
What's hot?
What's not?
What's hot?
What's hot?
What's not?
What's hot?
Instant Quaker oatmeal.
What's cool?
No!
What? Dude, that was the most underwhelming reveal I've seen all fucking day, dude.
They have people doing flips and shit. They zoom out from Quaker oatmeal. Get it? Because technically it's hot because you cook it.
What's not? All these cold cereals.
What's hot?
You are steaming strong, powered up.
What's hot?
Yeah, eat Quaker oatmeal. You can do the fucking pommel horse, man. It'll be easy.
They also zoom in on like an 11-year-old girl, like, you know, what's hot? You are. Like, okay. Wow.
But actually, I'm sorry. I know someone's going to correct me. It's not the pommel horse. It's the balance beam. I'm just going to correct
Oh yeah,
that
some
inaccuracy.
autist out there is gonna correct you. In the
Actually,
Been hot, playing hot, with this complete breakfast.
What's hot?
You know, for some reason, and this is true, like for a lot of gymnasts, like a lot of Olympic gymnasts look like they're 15, but they're actually like 20. There's something about that sport that like stunts their growth. Seriously, it's really weird.
Dude,
They
I
start
did
training in
gymnastics
it.
when I was a kid, man. So
They
maybe
start
that's why I'm
training in it
short.
from like the moment they're like strong enough to like walk around. They start training in gymnastics. And there's something about them that like stunts that like literally, I'm not joking. There's something weird that like stunts their growth. Cause like all of the gymnasts in the Olympics look like they're younger teens, but they're all like late teens, early 20s. It's really weird.
That's why I'm a midget.
You shouldn't make noise on the bus. Yeah, if you didn't have rules, someone would get hurt. It's very cool to follow the rules. What'd you get? Here's...
Someone says it's the eating yeah, they are on a very special diet. They're very low body fat. It's a very athletic sport. You got to be very strong. You know, for the women, they got to be strong in their lower bodies. Someone says Bird Flu said they don't get periods until after 14 sometimes. Yeah, that's true about female gymnasts. Like, there's something weird about the way that they're trained that stunts their growth and like stifles their physical development.
That seems kind of fucked up, but
it's true. It's true. Like, the next time the Olympics are on and you see gymnastics on there, look up the ages of the people. And I guarantee they're going to look like 5 years younger than they actually are. It's really weird.
What'd you get? I got the big bold blimp. What'd you get? I don't know.
I got it.
Signed again.
The Kids' Choice Awards toys. One with every tasty
What?
kids
What?
meal you buy. Only at Burger King.
Taste rules. Sudden, dude.
There I was with Bunny, mixing up some quick, when magically we were in the laboratory of the mad Dr. Foolish, who is turning the world's chocolate to Brussels sprouts. We have to stop him.
I'll distract him with some quick.
And I'll unplug his machine.
Chocolatey quick? Chocolatey quick.
My machine!
We sure pulled the plug on this one.
Katie, lights out already?
Almost.
Check out the cheese in this new ranch.
This is just madness. It's just like a bunch of random shit being thrown at me. Some of it I don't even know what to say about.
Dressing. New super cheese ranch dressing. What's it taste like, dude? And there's taco ranch dressing. Remind you of anything?
Taco ranch?
What?
Like,
no.
I feel like this is like a music video for Primus. Like, it's just the style of it. It doesn't feel right.
Why known as Big Brown Baby?
Perfect.
Claymation is frightening, but I kind of enjoy it. I kind of wish it would make a
it's
comeback.
awesome.
Almost any effort is well worth it.
Oh shit, it's Von Helton's building turning upside down.
Oh my god! It all comes together.
Eggo waffles, the part of a good breakfast that's too good to let go.
Hey! Lego my Eggo!
Did he say Lego?
See, it's not Vaughn's after all, I guess.
Yo, you want to play some baseball? No, thanks.
Oh, this is an anti-weed ad right here.
I'm gonna chill.
They make it sound like when you do weed, all you want to do is do nothing and you'll just waste your life away, which is weird because a lot of times it's the opposite for a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to do shit until they get high and then they want to go do stuff.
And the people who do fall into that kind of behavior, usually there's like a catalyst for that, like depression or mental
something other than weed.
Right.
Dude, want to just rock and roll tonight? Nah, I'm just gonna hang.
Want to do some rock and roll tonight? No, I'm just gonna hang. I love all this slang that no one uses anymore.
Hey man, want to do some skateboarding at the mall?
At the mall? Okay, this is proof you never skateboarded because the fucking cops or the like rent-a-pigs at the mall would never let you skateboard at the mall. Okay?
Oh yeah, never. Fuck.
Nah, I'm not into it.
Look at that fucking phone. Oh my god.
You thought smoking pot would take you places you'd never been.
It has. Okay.
And it did. Thank you, Pot.
Oh my god.
So how come you're going nowhere?
I like that dramatic pause at the end. No.
That's not all these commercials were back then.
How much more of this is there? Yeah, well, I guess we'll go to the end and then we'll wrap it up.
Need breakfast. And don't shut the...
Oh no, it's the fucking Corn Pops where they play the Jaws music. It's holy shit, I'm about to have PMS attack. I can't get my fucking Corn Pops.
Corn Pops. My keys. They're locked in. Stay calm.
Wow, you know what? Like, my car, it's impossible to lock my keys in it. My car will not allow me to lock my keys in it. Like
and why would he leave it in the ignition when it's not even on? That's just gonna drain the battery.
Yeah. I mean, like, it just blows my mind to remember of a time where it was like so easy to lock your keys in your car. Like, fucking seriously, if I lock my keys in my car will like beep at me to let me know that my keys are still in my car and unlock itself. It's the same thing with the trunk too. If I lock the keys in the trunk, it'll like unlock the trunk automatically to be like, your fucking keys are in here, dumbass. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
You just gotta get those fucking pops, dude.
Move.
Maybe we could call for help.
Yeah, sure. Help! I want my corn pops. Oh, like sweet popcorn, I could be having them now. But thanks to the little dweeb bet, I'm locked out. My pops are locked in, and what am I gonna do? I was gonna do.
So it wasn't actually locked.
Hey, kid!
Uncle Freddy.
Want some
Oh no, Uncle Freddy.
baseball tickets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't we all? Hey, like that Kellogg's Rice Krispie Treat cereal, huh?
Mm-hmm. I bet you can't stop after one bite.
I don't think Uncle Freddy is legally allowed to be that close to a kid.
Yeah, not that, dude.
Try me.
Uh-oh. Another Uncle Freddy invention.
Behold, it's my homemade Resisto helmet.
Thinking about marshmallowy taste, crispy cluster.
You win. I want more.
Part of this complete breakfast. One taste is never enough.
For the honeycomb bunch, for the taste and the shape that the bunch love to munch.
Billy should open for these guys.
Then the taste and the shape of the honeycomb together. Can I get a hey for the honey sweet taste that you get when you touch it to the honeycomb shape? One for the taste, two for the shape, three for the punch that the honeycomb makes. If you're down with the sound of the honey sweet taste, hey, a box of honeycomb because the taste is in the shape.
Here's a crank grab for you, Billy, even though you're not here.
All right. Is there... You know what? I'm going to play one other commercial. It kind of blew my mind. I'm like, this was a car commercial in the 80s.
All right.
It's a car. It's for a car that was called the Duster, the Plymouth Duster. This is a 1985 Plymouth Duster commercial. Here it is.
Don't wanna be sad no more. Don't wanna be alone. What's for head love for that? Leaving it behind and I won't go away. I'm getting into my new car. I'm following a brand new star. Gonna drive with my friends who wanna escape. Gonna drive, gonna roll all over the whole landscape. That car is mighty fine. Makes me feel like the world is mine.
She's like discount Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa, this is the future.
This is the gayest commercial I've ever seen.
What the fuck was this advertising?
The Plymouth Duster.
Oh, Plymouth.
Yeah, the car.
I just remembered now. Isn't it? It doesn't say a lot that I fucking forgot halfway through.
It was a pretty long commercial for one thing. But I think they may have been a little longer back then. Like,
Oh yeah, they definitely were. Cartoon intros were longer back then too.
Yeah.
They just had less commercials, I suppose.
Yeah.
Now they just kind of CGI in the car. Like they have a radio or like a remote controlled thing that they drive, and then they just like animate the car onto it.
Yeah, and now they do a fucking collaboration with the Minions movies and try to do some type of gay ad campaign.
I like the car commercials where they hire a stunt driver to like do all this crazy stunt driving with the car that they're advertising, and at the bottom
like
of the screen,
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
well, like at the
kind of
bottom of the screen, there's this fine print that's like, closed course with a stunt driver. Do not attempt this with this car.
Oh, yeah.
So it's funny that that's the commercial, though. Yeah. Well, guys, we met the goal. That is amazing. I am going to do. Do we know if the post show link is up right now?
I'll have to make it.
Okay. So those of you who are patrons, subscribe stars, or members of this channel, keep an eye out in the next few minutes for the post show link. I will be doing the post show maybe in like 5 to 10 minutes after we go off the air on this channel. So check that out. And yeah, we'll be hanging out into the night tonight. Now that Billy's not here, I just have been doing really long post shows. So long post shows. That's what you're getting tonight, guys.
All right. Well, thanks for having us. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for being on. Everyone check out their channel on Twitch, and they have a YouTube channel also. Check out that.
Unterhaven, as Ron Helton calls it.
Unterhaven. All right,
everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.
See ya.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.